7 days before Dolly, Orange, and Corey entered Mount Moon, an incident took place which started this chaotic night for our young adventurers. So the scene is Jacob and Father Kuzon, and they're both exploring deeper into Mount Moon. Father Kuzon, why are you traveling so deep into the mountain? What are we looking for? I've been sensing an impending danger coming to Mount Moon for some time. I'm afraid we and our world are in grave danger from something pure evil. This is why I assembled the Holy Moon Knights after all. Father Kuzon stops suddenly, looking at a wall in a panicked state. Father Kuzon, what is it? Jacob, there it is. The evil sensation I've been feeling is behind this wall. Be prepared for anything. They approach a wall that looks breakable. Clefable! Double slap and break through that wall! Clefable shouts out, Clefable! And slaps the wall repeatedly, and the wall crumbles. All that can be seen after the wall crumbles is a small little room with a pillar in the center and what looks like a book on top of it. What? Nothing but an old book. Don't let your guard down, Jacob. They both walk toward the pillar with the book, and when they approach, next to the book is a moonstone, but it's pure black instead of the see-through color it usually is. Father Kuzon picks up the book and skims through it. What does it say, Father? I don't know. I've never seen any language like this before. It appears ancient. Jacob points at the black moonstone that was near the book on the pillar. I've never seen a moonstone that's looked like this one before. What could it mean? This stone, it must be the source of the evil I've spoke of. We must destroy it immediately. Just as Father Kuzon picks up the stone, it crumbles in his hand, and this dark aura comes out and surrounds Father Kuzon. Like he's panicking, he's getting absorbed in this blackness. Jacob's freaking out. Father Kuzon, are you okay? Father Kuzon kind of went down to his knees based on this. He's looking down at the ground. He stands up, still looking down, and then looks up at Jacob. Yes, in fact, I feel better than ever. For it is time to bring back my master Necrozma.
気を犯す命の歌消えない心の傷メシアを求め続けたあの日の夜はびこる赤煙はひどく私バラバラに崩して涙の音だけがただ聞こえかすかに言った幸せに生きて今あなたを願うなら果てないよも孤独に負けぬようにと今はただあなたを叫んでる永遠の命とあなたとの約束を
Last we left off, the Gatling gang Dolly and Corey and Jackson all met back up. And the last sight they seen when they walked into the ritual site with Father Kuzon, where Leilani is burnt orange being levitated in the air in a black kind of substance, ball of energy. And it looks like he's trapped, like unable to escape. Well, looky here. The snacks have arrived. Master Necrozma will be starving once he's been revived back into this dimension. You should be honored to be nourishment for my master. Struggle all you will, burnt orange. You will not escape.
Hey, let go of my friend!
Oh, I'll let him go. Hold on a second. Well, you should have specified where I let him go, too. Orange, you make me sick. You're some sort of Pokemon-human hybrid. You hold power that no pathetic human should possess. Disappear into darkness, a fate more cruel than death itself. And all of a sudden the darkness starts to overtake and Orange just gets absorbed into it and he's gone. Corey. I dig the new look. Everybody, I am the hairstylist behind it after all.
You're not going to get away with this. We're here to stop you. Where did you put Orange?
Oh, don't worry.
Is he with my friends Jamie and Azul?
Oh, no, they're dead. He is, you're going to be joining him very soon. Unlike how you escaped from my nightmare attack somehow, I'm sending you to a place you'll never escape from. And then Gat real fast in his head, he's going to be like, nightmare attack? So it wasn't a dream eater like I initially thought? Makes sense why the awakening item worked though, and I don't, what is this guy?
With my last breath, I will fight you, Father Kuzon. I will get vengeance for my friends.
Look behind you. So there's a portal behind you and you get sucked up.
This isn't over, Father Kuzon.
Oh, it's quite over. Bye-bye. And you get sucked up and Corey's now disappeared. So Orange and Corey are both gone.
You're not gonna get away with this. I'll get my friends back.
Oh, Dolly. You perhaps committed the biggest sin of all. You broke my control over Orange. You didn't stay dead after Commando Rory went through all the trouble of killing you. And worst of all, I can sense his power inside of you. Arceus should have stayed out of my affairs. But no, he felt the need to make you his champion. Don't worry, you're about to join your friends. And in that place, I doubt even Arceus can help you. And now you're getting sucked into the darkness as well.
I promise I'll get my friends back and we're going to defeat you!
And as you say that, Dolly's sucked up and just disappears. Now I can finally begin the ritual. He walks towards Leilani. He pulls a pendant out from a pocket in his robes. Now this is the most important part of opening the Ultra Wormhole. She's wearing like a dress with like a big furry like laced kind of like neck piece. He's going to rip it open to where it reveals her neck and a little bit of her chest. And there is a necklace she has on, of course. He rips off the necklace and looks at it. Half a heart with an F. Well, won't be needing this anymore. And he just tosses it. No, don't. That's special to me. I thought I taught you not to speak at me, human. And again, he's going to lick the side of her face and she freezes in paralysis. Now that's better. Jackson is going to look at shock at what just happened. He's going to pull the necklace he has and he's going to stare at it, and it's half a heart with a BF in his head, he just hears Leilani's voice on the first day that they met. A friend is someone you care about, and you protect them. Jackson, of course, gets into a rage. You bastard, get away from her! Get away from my friend! He starts to run up to where Father Kuzon is and Leilani, but his feet stop in place, and he stares down, and there's a black portal beneath each foot. And he starts to get sucked and pulled in like quicksand. Leilani, I will save you, and our friends. I'll find some way, I swear to you. Leilani! And he disappears into the darkness as well. Jacob, in a very concerned state and shock. Where did you send them? Son, is that any way to speak to your father? London, just as concerned. Bring them back. Never. They are lost to the darkness forever. You two have been very naughty, disobeying your father. Don't you know father knows best? He charges up a big black ball of energy and shouts out, Shadow Ball! And this big, it kind of has like static running through it, and it's black, and it nails both London and Jacob. And there's an explosion, and there's, aftermath of smoke, and after the dust clears, London and Jacob are both unconscious on the ground. No more healing for those two. The Gatling gang, seeing that Corey, Orange, Dolly, Jackson, all gone, London and Jacob are both unconscious. They're the last defense right now. Well, men, looks like we might be not leaving this mountain. We aren't going out like chumps, though. We are the Gatling gang, after all. And we ain't going out without a fight. Yeah, boss, looks like we're the only ones left that can take this monster down. No matter what the outcome, it's been a pleasure serving with all of you. And then there's just silence. And they look over and Adam is sleeping. Adam, wake up! This is important. Get up. I'm up. I was just resting my eyes. Tauros, go! Vaporeon, I need you! Ninetales, show him the fires of hell. Bro, go win or whatever. Alright, so the Pokemon are all out. Tauros, charge at him! So Tauros is going to start charging full steam ahead, horn first into where... But it's quite a distance. Vaporeon, give Tauros cover fire with some ice beams. So Vaporeon starts shooting out blasts of ice to keep Father Kuzon busy, and Father Kuzon is jump dodging them to where Tauros can come in and hit him. Tauros does succeed. He comes horn first into Father Kuzon, but Father Kuzon's able to grab the horns of the Tauros and kind of gets slid back a little bit, but he stands his ground. You are all weak. Gat laughs. Never let your guard down in a fight. Father Kuzon looks around, and he is surrounded in a circle. There's the Tauros that he's holding with his horns. To his right, there's a Vaporeon. To his left, there is a Ninetales, and behind him is the Alakazam. And all of a sudden, there's a big glowing light in the mouth of the Tauros. Father Kuzon looks worried because he's surrounded and he's stuck. Tauros, Hyper Beam! Aurora Beam! Flamethrower. Use that new psychic move or whatever it's called. Father Kuzon, before the beams clash and explode with an elemental attack and collide, he looks terrified. And then there's just a huge explosion. A lot of dust. We did it! I think we did it, man. I think we took him down. The dust starts to clear. Father Kuzon, looks unharmed, just in some tattered robes, a little bit tattered. As I said, you're weak. A dark aura now like surrounds Father Kuzon, a big dark aura, and dark pulse, and this horrible aura imbued with dark thoughts hit everybody in the room, except for Leilani is spared, and Jacob and London are away. So it's just the Gatling gang and their Pokemon. All of them are hit by this. They're all down. It doesn't look like they can move. I can't move, boss. So this is how it ends. Me neither, man. It looks like we can't stop him after all. Adam is sleeping. Now the ritual can begin. He picks up the book that he sat down, the same one from the beginning. All I have to do is say the enchantment and wait for Necrozma to come back. He will be so proud of me. He opens his book and he says the enchantment. With these 4 souls collected, I call upon the pendant to accept this offering and use this girl's life force to open a powerful enough wormhole to let Necrozma travel through it. The pendant glows. The souls at the altar flicker for a second, kind of extinguish, and then suddenly the flames intensify. Leilani's body just jolts, like chest first, and her eyes start to glow a bright blue light, and the pendant shoots out a beam of power onto the floor. I'm going to draw that, actually. So it's being shot from this pendant, and now a big portal is being opened, big enough for Necrozma to come through. So yeah, with the beam comes a portal on the floor. Yes, it's working! All of my hard work, it's come to fruition. Nothing can stop me now! Meanwhile, Dolly, Corey, Orange, and Jackson are all seen in this weird-looking place. Nothing but emptiness, and it just looks strange. You've all kind of lost your will to fight. You don't see any escape. You don't know what to do. You don't see your friends near you. Just an unfamiliar place. Dolly, snap out of it. You and your friends have been sent to the distortion world. You and your friends must escape. You don't have much time. If Garatina finds out you're here, there could be major problems. You kind of come to, like, out of your despair, and your body begins to glow. A big ball of light, similar to how he gave you the powers. It comes out and it breaks up into little couple little balls of light. So out of the 4 balls of light, 3 of them kind of just space out and go separate ways. One does stay with you, Dolly. One of the little balls of light land right near Orange. And you're not in burnt orange stage right now. You're actually just in orange form. The ball of light, can you roll perception real fast?
No, not very well.
What is it?
I don't think I have any yet. No, it's 6.
Okay, so this ball of light, it forms behind you. You don't see it. You don't hear it. It takes the shape of blue. So you're supposed to be my son. Can't be true. No son of mine would be sitting here looking all defeated. My son would find a way to get out of here and stop that Kuzon guy.
Do I actually hear this, or am
I... you hear this. You look around and you see Blue. And you know who Blue is because you know he's your dad.
Yeah.
He doesn't in real life. But this light has taken the shape of Blue, and it's...
Mm-hmm. It's trying to get me to
egging you
find
on.
motivation.
Yes, so...
What would you know? You don't even know I'm alive.
Well, I know if I did know you were alive and I saw you looking like this kind of pitiful shape, I wouldn't know for sure if you were lying or telling the truth. I was a Pokemon champion after all. And I expect nothing less from my son.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, get your face out of the ground. Never give up. Red, I was always his second in power. I became champion and then he knocked me out and took over my throne. But I never let that stop me. I continued to get strong and strong and I became the gym leader of Viridian City. I never let losing stop me. Don't let this small little stop in the road stop you from taking down this Kuzon guy. Make me proud. Make me know that my son is a chip off the old block.
You're right. I gotta find a way to get out of here somehow.
Follow me. Smell you later. And he turns his back to a ball of light. This ball of light kind of circles around you, and it wants you to follow it.
Alright, I follow.
So you're going to start following the ball of light. The next ball of light lands near a defeated-looking Jackson. He doesn't notice it at first, but the ball of light takes the shape and form of Leilani. Jackson, what are you doing? Just sitting there. You promised you'd find a way to save me and our friends. You can't give up now. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid for the first time. I care about these people. I want to protect them. Even Corey. Jackson, I'm so proud of you. When I met you, you didn't want friends or understand the concept of friends, but you have to understand one more thing. With the power of friendship, anything is possible. Don't try to fight alone, or you'll fail. Combine your strengths with your friends, much like you did with Corey against the Moon Princesses, and you won't fail. You're right, Leilani. With all of us working together, that creep is gonna go down. Thank you for showing me what friendship means. I believe in you, Jackson. Follow me. She turns back into a ball of light. She's gonna circle around him and then kind of like go back and forth like follow me kind of thing. And Jackson's gonna start following the light. So the light that was in front of Dolly that stayed, it now takes the shape of Brock. Roll perception, see if you notice at first.
2.
I'm gonna say no. You're just suddenly gonna hear your father's voice. I see everything I've taught you has paid off. You have my blood flowing through you after all.
Yeah, I just discovered this rock affinity. It's amazing. I can't wait to develop it. That's why I gotta get out of here.
Well, you do have a rock-hard defense that can't be penetrated just like me. Yet you sit there looking defeated. Get up. Show them the power of rock-type Pokemon. I believe in you, daughter.
Don't worry, Dad. I'm gonna rock their world.
I know you will. And this ball of light kind of just sparkle. He turns back into a ball of light and it just sparkles and fades away. The last ball of light lands in front of Corey. Roll perception.
20.
Okay, with a unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
You're gonna see a ball of light come before you, and it's gonna take the shape of your mom. Corey, what are you doing just sitting there? You made me a promise. Do you remember?
Hi, Mom. Been a while. I guess I really am dead if I'm seeing you.
No, you're not dead. With the power of Arceus, I'm able to take form in this world.
Well, can I hang out here for a bit?
No, Corey. The world's in danger, more than you know. But what was the promise you made me?
Never give up on my dreams and to make sure your honey recipe got shared with the world?
No, Corey. The last thing you told me before you left my gravesite You're gonna collect all 8 badges, and you're gonna leave them at my gravestone. You still remember, you're still gonna do this for me, right?
So much has happened in the last 2 days.
I'll say it's been.
I'll just say.
It's
I'll be
happening
vague.
It's been like a
Yeah.
week, I
Okay,
think, since
yeah.
we started.
Okay.
But it's been a night since
Yeah.
we started the
Okay.
campaign.
So much has happened to me. I guess I did lose sight of that. I saw you a lot recently when I was being tortured. I'm so good to see you in this light rather than on that day in Viridian Forest. You're right. I need to refocus to my promise to you and get those badges and return them to your memorial. I've been kicked. I've been knocked down and kicked around for too long. You're right. I owe it to you. I owe it to those that I've lost to fulfill my promise.
She smiles and nods in approval, but then she says, Corey, this new look, this cold exterior, this isn't my son. Your kindness wasn't a weakness. You weren't prey. Your kindness and love for people and Pokemon were what made you so special and powerful.
Yeah, but it wasn't enough to protect me from Father Kuzon's torture. I had to become this to survive. This wasn't a choice I made lightly. It was fight or flight, and I fought.
I know it was a defense mechanism that you made in your head to survive and make it. But that form of thinking, treating your Pokemon like tools, that's not the Corey I know. You need to stop blaming yourself for my death. It was not your fault. I don't want to hear you blame yourself anymore. Let it go and be in peace. And please, get some glasses. I always thought you looked so cute in them. I love you, son. But please keep your promise to me. I'll be waiting for those 8 badges. She turns back into a ball of light. You hear her voice calmly say as she turns back to the ball of light, follow me. And she'll circle around you a couple times as a ball of light and kind of like give you the impressions that you need to follow her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you follow?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so all of you are now renewed and ready to fight. All of you either saw a vision of a loved one that would, or somebody that will motivate you. In this case, Corey actually saw the spirit of his mom, which was different to you seeing Brock. It was just a kind of a projection of him with his thoughts and feelings, and same with Blue. But with the magic of Arceus, her spirit was actually able to contact you, and that was your real mother.
Okay.
And that was actually Leilani because her spirit's not technically in her body right now.
Okay.
So she really talked to Jackson. Corey's ability, Tools of War, now that he's talked to his mom and he's let go of a lot of the a lot of the hatred that he was holding inside of him, that alternate personality that he created to pretty much survive the torturing, it's now changed from lack of humanity to the same ability, but just a different name and a different way of going about it. It's words of encouragement. And basically, instead of like doing your weirdness that you were doing before, you're basically gonna talk your Pokemon back up and use that bond of friendship to get them to keep fighting for you and push their limits. And in turn, again, you can also use the percentile dice to potentially, with my discretion, evolve a Pokemon with, if you give it enough, if it's able to evolve, if you give it enough to fight for. And with that, like, yeah, Corey, a lot of the darkness and stuff he was holding from that torture that he received was just relieved with just the touch and talking with his mom. We go back to Dolly, and Arceus is again speaking telepathically with you. Dolly, your friends are heading this way. And as I said before, with the powers I bestowed onto you, and through the powers of friendship, you'll escape from this place. I didn't really tell you this before, but I have chosen you as my champion. You will protect the innocent and stop all evil. I entrusted to you a small portion of my power that gives you some useful abilities. One you haven't discovered yet is an ability to transform. Much like how I created Mew, you can transform when you have a strong enough bond with your Pokemon and take on some of their traits and moves. But you won't be as strong as them because you're still human. You're not like your friend Orange, where he seems to be part Pokemon. You are merely taking on some minor traits of them. And for the audience to make this more sense, she's pretty much cosplaying. It's like a magical cosplay where the outfit magically comes onto her through the power of Arceus, and it takes shape of the Pokemon that she's using. She'll also gain half that Pokemon's HP at the time she calls it out. She'll gain temporary hit points from what the Pokemon's HP is as she calls it out, because if she switches, if that Pokemon takes any damage, she'll then take half of whatever is left of the Pokemon's current HP. So now you'll be able to fight alongside with your Pokemon. You're gonna need to help them with everything you've got. Make me proud, and don't let me choosing you as my champion be a mistake. And then you won't hear his voice anymore. Do you want to say anything?
I won't let you down, Arceus. I'll make sure that I save all my friends and undo this bad thing that's happening in this mountain.
And you just feel that warm glow inside of you. From different directions, you see Orange coming from your right, you see Jackson from your left, you see Corey coming from in front of you, with lights guiding them. And once they approach to where you are, the lights take form again into a bigger ball and enter your body, and you reabsorb the energy. And you start to glow. You're glowing that you're like blinding, like all you can kind of see is like the lines or the silhouette of you, but you can't see like your clothes or anything like that. Your hair's kind of flowing. Then in your mind you remember, Dolly, you will need to use this power and the power of friendship one day. You'll be put in a situation where you will need it. So this is going through your head. So you know you need the power. You have your glow, you need your power of friendship.
Good to see you guys. Give me your hand. Let's get out of here.
Oh, okay.
What? You have a way out of here?
Stop speaking, Orange. Just take my hand.
Orange is probably blushing. Like, you don't have to tell me twice that he's blushing. So Orange grabs your hand. Jackson just, he puts his hand in, and he looks at Corey for a second.
Corey shifts position so he can stand next to Jackson. Here, Jackson, take my hand.
Just remember, you're not my friend. You're my rival.
Rivals to the end, Jackson. All right, Orange, take my hand too.
So they all grab hands, and the glow starts surrounding all of you. And you feel all this warm sensation that she usually feels when the light has enveloped inside of her. Next thing you know, everything was all weird and distorted before. Now you're back in the cave, and you're all still holding hands. The light has faded. So when you guys are transported back to Mount Moon in the cave where the ritual site is, you're going to be a couple paces in front of where the now motionless Gatling gang and their Pokemon, they don't have the energy to recall their Pokemon. Their Pokemon and them are both just laying there. They're still conscious, but they just can't move. Father Kuzon sees the flashing lights in front of him, and so you see him over kind of by where his crystal ball is. You do see coming from the portal, you see the top part of Necrozma, and you see his claws reaching out, and he's starting to slowly come out of the seal. What? No, there's no way. Arceus, I will kill your champion. I swear it. In his head, Father Kuzon's gonna think, I have to stall for time, or Necrozma won't be able to finish coming through. I'm going to have all of you guys make an intelligence roll.
Even Jackson?
Oh, even Jackson, yes. Because if you guys all fail, at least I have...
7.
Burnt orange does not have a brain.
Okay, so with a 18 without adding anything,
Okay, 15.
Jackson's gonna look at you guys, and now he's going to be working as a team, not by himself. Guys, Necrozma's coming out of that seal. If we can somehow get that pendant off around her neck, we can stop Necrozma from coming.
Let's do it. If that's
You're
all.
burnt orange now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Now that you're out of the distortion world, burnt orange is now engulfed in orange is now engulfed in flames and has become burnt orange again.
If that's all it takes, let's do it.
Yeah, guys, how about we sneak around and get Leilani back?
I doubt we're gonna be able to sneak around with Kuzon around.
Doesn't anyone have a dig Pokemon?
Go for the necklace.
Orange turns and directed at Kuzon. You're not gonna catch me this time. Charizard, go!
Okay, so you're gonna call out your Charizard.
Go Death Noodle!
Okay, so you call out your Ekans, Death Noodle.
I got just the thing, guys. I'm gonna cause a giant distraction. Gyarados, I choose you!
Oh!
Is that bad?
That's gonna cause a distraction, alright. Gyarados pops out of the ball, and he's already in a rage. And he doesn't look like he's gonna listen to reason just based off his angered face.
And Corey knows this, and he's doing it on purpose so they can get to Leilani. He's doing this on purpose.
Okay. Pharaoh, I choose you! We are gonna roll for initiative now.
Okay.
17.
Okay, so Father Kuzon got 18, Jackson got 12. What did you all get?
What did Father Kuzon throw out?
An 18. He himself is fighting.
Okay. Gyarados got a 7.
You mean Corey? Corey got a 7.
Corey got a 7.
I'm gonna do just names.
I had a 7
Yeah.
as well.
What's your bonus?
That is.
What's your rec?
5.
Your dex is a 5.
Okay, he wins.
Oh no, I had a 5 plus 2. Sorry.
Oh, then I win.
Then it's gonna be what the modifier is for your dex.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yes, on ties we're doing the modifier of the Pokemon's dex.
Yep.
For the
Oh,
tie.
Pokemon's dex. Duh, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Plus 3, so 8.
Then he still goes ahead of me.
Okay,
His 8 beats my
so
7.
Dolly is 17.
Dolly's gonna be second with that 17, and then it's gonna be
Orange with 8.
burnt orange with 8. With how we're gonna do this, so everybody understands, because burnt orange does have attacks, and then Dolly's gonna have her transformation thing. They're gonna have the same initiative order as their Pokemon, so they're gonna be attacking together. We're moving together. Okay, so Father Kuzon first, Dolly second, Jackson third, burnt orange, and then Corey. Okay, so Father Kuzon is gonna approach. He's gonna see the big Gyarados as a threat, and he's going to use a Shadow Ball. Seven's not gonna hit Gyarados, so he shoots a Shadow Ball, and it goes and just hits off Gyarados, and Gyarados is so enraged she doesn't feel a thing. And now he's got his eyes actually set on Father Kuzon. So now he might actually target his rage. He has something to target his rage on. I forgot because I spaced a lot of stuff. Next to Leilani, by the pillars, in the corner, the right corner, there is a cage. It looks like it has like dark magic, and there's the Clefable that was brought up at the beginning, trapped inside this dark energy. But that's the mountain's protector that usually works alongside Father Kuzon as friends.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Do we know that? Do we see it? Is it very obvious, or is it like...
Let's do perceptions on...
You would see it because the flames are pretty bright.
Yeah.
And
So it's illuminated.
it's illuminated. You'll see it. It looks scared. It looks like it hasn't eaten for days. It's in rough shape. So it's not going to be something that's going to help you really fight. It's 7 days it's been locked up.
It's the damsel in distress beside the damsel in distress.
Pretty much. So yeah, Dolly, go ahead.
Through the power of Arceus, I call upon his light. Let me transform!
Okay. So when Dolly says through the power of Arceus transform, her Ekin start to glow, and her Ekin stops glowing, and then she starts glowing, and like she puts her arms out, and like clothes start glowing, and all of a sudden she has black pointed boots, purple and yellow striped leggings, a short violet dress with yellow beaded straps, and at the center of the dress is a bright haircut yellow topaz. From behind her dress skirt, a snake-like tail with a bright yellow rattler. So yeah, Dolly just changed in front of you into this magical cosplaying Ekans. And she even has sharp little vampire teeth. And like her eyes look kind of snakish, reptilian. Her pupils, that is.
Yep. Oh, what the? Wow, Dolly.
Dolly, that's amazing.
His flame starts going heavier than usual at this saying this thing. You can kind of see some blushing underneath the flames.
Okay, Dolly in her head. Well, that's weird. Anyways.
So yes, it's Dolly and Ekin's turn because I'm having you both act as one together on your turns.
Ekans, we're trying to get over to Leilani. Let's try to sneak over there. Okay, so Dolly's going to get onto Ekin's back and slither as close as we can.
And can you dash and sneak?
No.
Okay, so you can only go
That's
Ekin's
one
regular
action.
movement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, speed of 30. So that is a 5 plus the 7 for stealth.
12.
Okay, so which way are you moving?
I'm actually going to stay along this boulder on the far left. So
Okay, so go your movement that you're gonna go.
would it be 10, 20, 30?
So you're done with your movement?
Yes.
So Father Kuzon's eyes were on the Gyarados, but then he turns and looks right at you, and he sees you guys sneaking past trying to get past him, and he's now looking straight at you with like a bad intent in his eyes.
Do these guys see that?
I don't think so.
Oh.
You see his head turn, but you, Dolly, see the ferocity in his eyes, like the evil intentions.
So I'm gonna say Dolly sticks her tongue out and pulls her eye down and makes a face at him. Exactly.
Father Kuzon's kind of baffled by this, like he freaks out and he goes back to his expression that he had before. Okay, so it is Jackson's turn. He has his Pharaoh. He's actually going to climb on top of the back of his Pharaoh, and he's going to try to make a beeline to Leilani. And Pharaoh does have a 40-foot fly compared to its 15 on ground.
And if he's dashing, he could move 80 feet tall.
Oh yeah, because he's not going to sneak. So
Nope.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So Jackson's not messing around. He gets on the back of his Pharaoh, and he just says to his Pharaoh, "Get me to Leilani now." And Pharaoh kind of hovers up slowly, and then just blows past everybody. Even Father Kuzon, his shoulder turns from the ferocity of this Pharaoh, and Jackson gets right up to Leilani. Now he can't do anything else, right? Because he dashed. He has no actions.
That's his full round action, yep.
Okay, so Jackson can't do anything with the rest of his turn, but he did get to Leilani. And now he's got his Father Kuzon, he's got his eyes on Jackson. It is now Burnt Orange's turn.
All right. So first off, does Burnt Orange see Father Kuzon's
Yeah,
attention shift to Jackson?
His attention's fully shifted to Jackson, so I would say if you want to do a sneak attack, you would have to roll for stealth. But he is open for a stealth attack.
I'm just wondering if I noticed him shift his attention.
Yeah, he was staring at you guys, but with his head tilted at Dolly on his left, near the rock. And then once Jackson blew by him with the Pharaoh, he immediately turned around and is now facing his back towards you guys.
So Orange immediately jumps on the back of Charizard and says, Charizard, let's go! And they both fly directly over he's got a 50 move speed, so it's So he's got a 50-foot fly speed. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and he lands. I would say that before Charizard lands, Burnt Orange probably jumped off of his back, facing Kuzon, right here.
Okay, use one of your guys.
And is Charizard going to turn face Kuzon too?
Yeah. He just jumped basically just for flavor. I just set him there. He jumped off, and he's facing Kuzon directly.
Have your own token too, but since you're on its back right now, it's fine. But in the future.
Yep.
Okay, and what are you going to do for your turn?
Burnt Orange looks back to Charizard. Make sure that nobody gets to Leilani. And then Burnt Orange himself does a fire spin, simply as area denial in this area right here.
How with fire spin, do you know how many squares it is?
It is a 10-foot radius, so it would be
5, 10.
No, 5, 10 on me. It's on the person who casts it.
5, 10. He wouldn't be in it then.
I understand. It's more of like he's putting it between Kuzan and Leilani.
Remember my wall of fire I always put
So right here? Yeah. So that's as far as it goes. Yeah, there you go. And then, there you go. Cool.
So, in a 10-foot radius, you spit out this fire and it circles around you and it blocks out Father Kuzon.
And that will last 3 rounds.
Okay, so we are doing D4 rounds, so for 3 rounds. And that is a rechargeable move. You and Charizard are in this circle, this 10-foot radius of wall of flames with Kuzon like right on the outside of it, blocking him from you and Jackson. And it is Corey's turn.
Okay. Gonna deal with Gyarados first.
I'm taking your turn basically because this Gyarados can't be controlled.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, this is 30 feet
Do
high.
I need to do a poke handling, or is it just beyond that even?
It's beyond that.
Fair
He's
enough.
enraged. He doesn't really know you as a trainer,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got all this power, and he doesn't really respect you. So he's raging, and he's going to do. He's fixated on Father Kuzon because he did attack it with no, it didn't damage him, but it still drew his attention, and he's going to let out a Dragon Rage, and it is a 60-foot cone.
Okay, before Gyarados, can Corey do something?
What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna run behind this boulder.
So yes, before you can tell because you've seen him before in a fight. You know what's coming.
Yep.
So Corey is gonna just run behind the rock.
And Corey's kind of grinning maniacally because he knows this is a very dangerous plan. But the plan is to get Leilani. He's seen Jackson fly there. He's seen Orange envelop, just block this area. So Corey, grinning, going to gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, just one movement speed to around the corner so he can still see his Pokemon.
Hey guys, it's me, Professor Oak, explaining what Dragon Rage does. Now, Dragon Rage is a very strong dragon attack. And it looks like Corey has his hands full with this one. It uses an attack in a 60-foot cone. They have to make a DC 14 dex save or they're going to take a lot of damage. Let's wish them luck. So like Professor Oak said, 60-foot cone, which just so happens, unfortunately, to be both Ekans, Dolly, Father Kuzon, Necrozma. No, Necrozma is kind of like... Leilani's not going to take any damage either because she's kind of like the pin that protects. Okay. So everybody except Corey is getting hit by this thing. Everybody make a DC 14 dex save. If you fail, then you're taking full damage. Roll for your Charizard too.
Okay.
So this is going to be for Jackson. This is going to be for Father Kuzon. Okay, so I'm gonna go in order of the initiative track and you tell me what happens. So for Father Kuzon, he somehow senses, because behind him, this Gyarados forms this big ball of wind in its mouth, and then it just lets out this big roar of wind, and Kuzon's able to... He's looking back now at this Gyarados because it's a major threat, and he kind of crosses his arms in an X shape and like hunkers down, and he slides back, and he actually gets burned by the fire, and he actually gets pushed into the circle. So he does take some fire damage,
What is your fire spin damage, sir?
Oh yeah. It is 2d6.
Oh, 2d6.
Yeah.
So 7 damage. So he's looking a little singed now, but Father Kuzon looks fine. He is now inside the circle with Burnt Orange and Charizard. He's gonna look over his shoulder and be like, well, hello there. That's gonna be what happens to Father Kuzon. Dolly, what did you get?
Dolly rolled a 9 and Ekans rolled a 7, so neither saved.
Oh, we have to roll the damage first.
Well, I was gonna see.
You roll the damage. It's you. It's your Pokemon technically.
$17 points total.
So 17 points total for those that didn't save. So that means Father Kuzon took 8 damage. So 8 plus the fire damage, but he's still looking fine.
How many points?
8. Oh, you take.
You're taking 17, both of you.
Okay.
So Dolly and Ekans trying to sneak at this point. You got a little distracted by the look that Father Kuzon gave you guys. The next thing you know, you're just getting blasted by this wind, and you're gonna get knocked prone. So Jackson is still running Pharaoh, but he's still concerned about getting the pendant off of Leilani, that he was distracted and suddenly he gets hit with this powerful wind blast. And Jackson's gonna get thrown off, and he's gonna be now prone on the ground right here. He's gonna be off of his Pharaoh. His Pharaoh is actually able to, he starts to, like, it's gonna fall, but it's able to get its wings back underneath it, and it is now flying in the original position where Leilani is, where they would finish their turn. But Pharaoh is still going to take 17 damage. So Pharaoh at this point is looking battered, but it's still able to fly and be okay right now. Burnt Orange and Charizard, what happened with you guys?
Both met the save. Charizard got a 14 exactly, and Burnt Orange got a 16.
Okay, so you guys are both going to take 8 damage.
Okay, so once it hits, or just before it hits, I'm going to say that Orange just kind of ducks down and Charizard rears up and starts flapping its wings to kind of counteract the blast.
Okay, and I'm going to say also that the flaming wall also blocks out some of it, so between the wall of fire and the wings, powerful gusts of Charizard's wings, that it does negate half of that damage. Corey is safe and sound, hiding behind a rock.
No, Gyarados, I didn't. Dang it. Return.
Okay, so Gyarados is gonna kind of be, I guess, your last resort Pokemon from now on?
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, Gyarados is returned after just completely changing the battlefield.
Yep.
And it is now Father Kuzon's turn. And now he saw you recall through the flame wall, you recall Gyarados, that threat's gone. Dolly's over there prone. He's now in the circle with Orange and Charizard. He's going to, much like he did with the Gatling gang, he's going to charge up, and then he's going to be enveloped in this dark energy, and all of a sudden he's going to release this dark energy. And he's going to say, Dark Pulse Attack! So let's see if it hits. This is for you first. So 16 plus 5, 21.
Oh, so it's not like a save. It's just
You have to make a save afterwards, but we'll see at the end. We'll see.
Oh, so doesn't it just? Okay, I'm confused. Sorry.
I will explain. Did I hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna see if I hit Charizard.
What is the range?
Okay, so I got nat 1 on that one. The range is so big that I didn't like write it. It hits.
So it's gonna hit. That's why I asked.
It's gonna be contained in the fire.
Okay.
We'll say for
Sure.
right now.
He
Okay.
makes up his range for it. Father Kuzon does. He
Basically.
just targets it where he wants to.
Sure.
He's
That's
a
fine. I
glitch.
just want to make sure that's.
So Charizard, it doesn't hit, and he got a nat 1. So because Kuzon does have a regular human body right now, he's gonna take part of the damage that he gives out, but he will hit Orange, and I need Orange to make a DC Con 13 save.
19.
Okay, so you're gonna take half of his damage, and it's nothing crazy. It's 1d6 plus 2. So 4. So half that 2 damage, and he's gonna take 1 point of damage, which is part of what you received.
How much fire damage will he take on his turn since he's in fire?
Is it the start of your turn that he
Okay.
takes damage from the flame body?
That one doesn't. Oh, the fire aura is at the start of his turn. That's 1d4.
Oh, okay. Just a reminder.
The fire spin, I think, is every turn on my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the.
Okay, so flame body is if it starts its turn within 5 feet of you. So he is 5 feet from you. So he's going to take another 2 damage. So he's just looking unaffected by his attacks. By these attacks, it's almost as if he's a man possessed. Like he's driven and he wants Necrozma to come back so much that he's not even feeling any of the pain. He's just blocking out pure adrenaline. And no matter what you're doing, it doesn't seem like be phasing him at all. Mm-hmm. Jackson's turn. He's going to pick himself back up, and he's going to tell Pharaoh, get that thing off of her neck. Pharaoh's going to use a peck attack, and it's going to peck right into the center of the gemstone of the pendant, and the pendant's going to shatter. And you see Necrozma, like, clawing, trying to get out. The seal is closing, and eventually he just gets sucked in. The seal is gone. Leilani has returned back to normal state, and she's just unconscious from what just happened. Father Kuzon sees that the pendant was destroyed, and the seal is gone, and despite Necrozma clawing to get out, he was sucked back into the ultra wormhole, and the ritual was not completed. And just feeling like just utter failure, he just drops to his knees, and he's just everything he's worked so hard for this night and in the past, all for nothing, and you kids just ruined everything. So he drops to his knees. You guys want to say anything?
Corey pokes
I'm going to say the flame walls dissipated at this point because we're out of battle. And
okay.
It was a 3-round thing, so...
So I'll say that Orange just kind of, just for... Orange...
Burnt orange.
Burnt orange wills away the flame wall and it dies down.
Okay, so the flame wall's gone.
Corey pokes his head around the boulder. I'm so sorry, guys. I thought I could get Gyarados to focus on Kuzon. Are you okay, Jackson? Leilani?
I'm alright, no thanks to you.
Sorry, Jackson. Again.
Great distraction, though, Corey.
Ah, thanks.
You're still laying on the ground.
I'm pulling myself up, and Ekans is helping me.
Okay, Father Kuzon just lost in his own head. He doesn't hear what's going on. He's just thinking.
Well, Kuzon, you're beat. We got you.
So you're standing above him, towering while he's on his knees. This can't be it. All this hard work I've been doing. And these stupid kids ruined everything. My master would not be brought back to this realm anymore. But I feel something deep inside. I sense a power from Father Kuzon himself that I've not tapped into yet. I can look through his memories. I can see he was born with special abilities relating to affinities and be able to unleash their affinities. He was viewed as a freak, and at such a young age. One day, he had a friend, and he sensed a very strong affinity, and he unlocked it for him. Unfortunately, the affinity was too strong for this kid, and the power took a toll on this young boy's life force. The young boy died, and Father Kuzon was blamed. He ran away and became an orphan at 6 years old. He found shelter in this mountain, taken in and raised by the Clefairy and the Clefable, the protector of this mountain. They taught him all kinds of special things that only Clefairies know. magical powers that went hand in hand with Kuzon's natural born abilities. I need to tap into these powers. I need them right now to kill these kids. Orange, you just see like this weird aura. It's like clear, but like a dark purple outline. And he starts to stand up. And this aura flares. So, Father Kuzon has obviously not taken the defeat of his master not being able to come back very lightly. He sensed this deep dormant power that Father Kuzon was probably trying to hide from him, but he finally was able to get control of that power, and now he is using its power mixed with Father Kuzon's power. No, so he's got this crazed look in his eyes. He has this weird aura, and we are going to reroll initiative. What did you get, Dolly?
13.
13, Dolly.
21.
Ding!
Corey got a 7.
Corey, 7. Okay, so first is BO, then it's Jackson, then Dolly third, fourth is Father Kuzon, and then Corey's gonna be last and fifth. Burnt Orange, you are looking face to face with this new powered up Kuzon. What do you do?
Why don't you just give up, Kuzon? You're not winning.
Never. I will take you down if Necrozma can't come back. Neither will you. You will all die.
Orange is going to jump onto the back of Charizard.
That is 5 movement for you
Yeah, that's
to do so. Okay, so that's 5 movement for you. Charizard still has his movement.
okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
And technically, he provokes an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
As you go to get on your Charizard, he does have an opportunity of attack, and he's gonna hit you with. He's gonna just scream out, Shadow Punch! Shadow Punch is going to hit you because it's an attack that doesn't miss. Just like Swift, Shadow Punch does not miss. So it's an auto hit, and his fist is gonna glow this like black darkness, and there's some static electricity sparks, and he's gonna get you in the rib as you get onto Charizard, and it's gonna be 1d8 plus 1, so 9 damage to Burnt Orange. It is a bludgeoning attack, so you have it, so it's 4 damage, right? Yeah, so 4 damage because you resist because you do have your Flame Affinity out for Charizard.
Awesome. All right. So Orange winces in pain as he takes the blow, but swings up onto the back of Charizard, and with that, he looks angrily at Kuzon.
You're gonna pay for that. Charizard, flamethrower.
And with that, he is also going to do a flamethrower,
So a
double flamethrower.
Okay, so see if you hit.
Yeah. So
Twice.
I'm going to do Charizards first because
Yes.
they've got both the different plus to
good.
hits.
Good.
Nat 1. Charizard got a nat 1.
Charizard got a nat 1,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh crap.
You know what's
It's-
gonna happen.
Yeah, I see Tabitha right there. Sorry, Dolly, right there. And then Burn Orange. 11.
Okay, so they're both gonna miss. And something that Father Kuzon has, because you used a non-physical move, he has something called Magic Absorption. Non-melee attacks gives Father Kuzon a +2 to his AC. So he forms this magical barrier around him when the flamethrowers come. One just hits and like kind of blasts on it and then dissipates. And Charizard is actually gonna hit, and it's gonna hit a weird angle of the magic bubble, and it's going to go towards Dolly. Ekans is gonna see that his trainer is in danger, and it's just gonna sacrifice itself that she doesn't get hit.
Gotcha.
So
Roll
yeah,
damage
roll
for
damage
Charizard.
for Charizard.
You hurt her a lot.
Yeah. 4.
Well, they do say you always hit the person you like.
5. 11 plus 6, 17.
Did you add the +2 for the affinity?
Oh, 17 plus 2, 9.
19.
19.
19 damage to Death Noodle the Ekans.
It's a -10.
Fortunately, in 5e, there's no negatives. It's just down.
So Ekans makes a sacrifice to block the flamethrower from the Charizard's attack. And I guess it's a girl, right? So she jumps in front of this fiery inferno, and Dolly doesn't get any impact. But after it's all said and done, she's down and cannot fight anymore.
You did a good job, Death Noodle. Return.
So Ekans will return, and you notice that you're still in your Ekans costume.
Yeah, so I'm going to say Orange on his back.
Charizard, put some distance between us.
And then just going to have them fly. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm saying he's flying, by the way.
Yes.
Well, I'll just say he stays
let's say he's
suspended in the
hovering.
air. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Probably about, because how much did I move? 25?
Mm-hmm.
So probably about 25 feet equally in the air to complete the full 50-foot movement.
Jackson is going to go behind a pillar for protection, and he's going to have his Pharaoh fight now. Jackson sees that Pharaoh is in rough shape. Pharaoh, use that new attack. Roost! So with Roost, it's going to gain back half of its full, what its HP would be at full. So it's normally at 40, so it's going to gain, but it can't go past its max. So with that, it's going to go back up to full 40 HP, and it now drops its flying type. So it's just, I believe, Pharaoh is a normal flying, so right now it's just a pure normal type.
Is that a recharge?
It is a
ability?
recharge.
Okay.
It is a recharge, and I have to roll for it at the beginning of my turn.
Okay.
So Pharaoh goes down on the ground, kind of like hunkers in, and it looks like it's a lot better. Like all the damage it took before is just gone and ready to fight. But that's its full turn. It is Dolly's turn now. You just lost your Ekans, Death Noodle, to your friendly fire flamethrower.
You're really starting to get me a little heated. Let's go, Fire Trotter.
So out comes your Ponyta, and your clothes are gonna magically start to change again with the bright lights. Dolly has white go-go boots with a tassel of flames coming from the backs. Full body jumpsuits with white flame markings along the legs going down, arms going out, and at the top, clasp that closes over the zipper a heart-cut ruby. So yeah, you now take on your, and make sure you adjust for the HP.
I already got it. Yep.
So you get 20 added onto Dolly's HP, normal HP.
Yep.
Okay. So it is your move.
Fire Trotter, go in for a stomp.
So you're going to go in for a stomp, so I'm assuming 5, 10, 15, 20. You should have more than enough movement.
Yes.
And you have to be within 5 feet to hit, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly where you want to stop.
Well, since it's just a standard stomp,
Okay.
just running up and...
You sure you want to use your flame charge? Because you got that 20 feet.
I thought you said that those attacks wouldn't... Oh, no, that was, you were mentioning
The
melee.
flame charge, yeah. It's
Okay.
a fire move, but you have that movement that you normally don't get because close proximity, so it'd be a perfect time to kind of
Okay.
do a flame charge.
Well, then I'm going to have Fire Trotter use a flame charge.
So the flames on the Ponyta are going to get very strong, and it's going to start charging towards Father Kuzon. Let's see if it hits.
It is a 15 plus 4. Or sorry, yes, 15 plus 4. 19 to hit.
So Father Kuzon does have, for melee attacks, a force field that gives him a +2 to his AC as a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to penetrate through that force field that he makes. He just sticks out his hand, and like this plexiglass looking like clear thing kind of blocks. But Ponyta charges through with its hoops and crash through his defense, and he will take damage from this attack.
Alright, and this is 2d8 plus 4. That is 7 and 2, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 4, 13.
Let me specify, I'm homebrewing this force field and magic absorption that he can use it as a reaction whenever he's attacked. So I know it's usually 1 reaction per round, but I'm doing this because I'm homebrewing it that way.
Cool.
Okay, so this Ponyta breaks through his little force field and is able to get him, and it does like stagger him for a second, but then he regains his composure.
Okay. And then Dolly is going to come in and she's going to rush at Father Kuzon and use a standard stomp.
Okay.
She's gonna try to roundhouse
So
kick
yeah,
him.
you're gonna be right next to Ponyta, I'm guessing.
Yes. Ugh.
Advantage because you have him
Flanked.
flanked.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's 4 plus 4, 8 plus.
You gotta roll it again.
Advantage.
Oh, right. 13.
13 plus what?
4.
So that's
17.
17. So again, when you come up, he's gonna quickly try to recover, and he's gonna use his opposite hand to make another force field.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you break through that, and he will take damage from that one as well.
So hoof damage, aka boot damage, is 4, and 1d4 of fire from those boots is a 1. That is a 5 total.
So Dolly and Ponyta do quite a bit of damage, even with his high defenses. You guys are both able to break through the force fields, and he's looking like he's taking a good amount of damage. It is Father Kuzon's turn now. You damn kids. His hands start to glow, and he starts to like moving back and forth. He's going to use a metronome attack. So if you don't remember from last episode, pretty much metronome, there's a table, a sorcerer's table, and basically it is a recharge move, but we're going to roll a percentage dice, and whatever the percentage is going to be what the metronome does, and it's completely random, and we don't know what it's going to be. Alright, so I'm rolling the percentage die, and we have 80%.
On the Wild Magic Search table, an 80 is illusory butterflies and flower petals flutter in the air within 10 feet of you for the next minute.
Using metronome attack, Father Kuzon was expecting that it would be some random powerful attack, but the magic that Father Kuzon, he's not an aggressive guy. He doesn't try to attack people, so most of his magic is very kind. So what happens is kind of like some flowers and Butterfree spawn, and it's very peaceful. What the hell is this? This isn't what's supposed to happen. I'm getting pissed.
Aw, flowers, you shouldn't have, Father Kuzon.
So Father Kuzon wastes his turn by tapping into the magic of Father Kuzon. Yes, very confusing. And Butterfree and it's not real Butterfree. It's an illusion of Butterfree, and he made a nice little peaceful scene, and it makes him even more upset. Corey's turn behind the rock. I'm not saying you're a coward, but
Tactician. Corey peers around the boulder, sees the cute scene before him. Huh. Okay. Nidoking, I choose you.
So Nidoking is going to come out, and this is the first time you've used him. And he looks like he's ready to go in his new evolution.
I'm just gonna have Nidoking double move 5, 10. Okay, I know that's less than 60, and run up to stand beside Ponyta and Dolly.
Okay, so it's going to be from left to right. In front of Father Kuzon, there's Dolly in her Ponyta cosplay outfits. There's going to be Ponyta, and then right at the end is going to be Nidoking.
Okay, and Corey's gonna run around the boulder to the other side to be a little closer.
Okay, so Corey's going to move in to get closer. Okay. Burnt Orange, it is your turn. And you were last seen. You were last seen hovering in the air, right near the bottom sets on the right side of the altars with the the flaming souls.
Burnt Orange is gonna fly straight down, kind of like a dip towards.
So,
yeah, on the back of Charizard, of course. Sorry, Charizard is going to dip down towards Father Kuzon, at about probably 10 feet out, Charizard's going to start to fly back up, but, sorry, let me rephrase that, sorry. Orange is going to say,
Charizard, swoop in and do a double ember.
and then, so they're going to swoop in together, about 10 feet out. Charizard's going to do the Ember attack. So I'm going to roll
I'll spit
that.
out 2 fireballs, pretty much.
2 fireballs, yep. So the first one is 12.
12 to hit.
Yes.
So he's gonna hear you swoop down from behind him with the roar of the Charizard.
Before you flavor it, should I roll the second damage? Or to see if the second one hits?
No, it's fine because I'm gonna do this regardless. He will look behind him, like just turn his head. He'll see you guys coming for an attack, and he's sensing it's gonna be ranged. So he has that magic absorbing force field around him now. Go ahead and roll.
Alright, so the first one was 12. Second Ember,
12 plus what?
that was...
Oh, with the plus.
They're both 12s.
So both are gonna just fizzle into this barrier that he has up around him, and he takes no damage.
Gotcha. And then as he hits the 10-foot range, Charizard is going to shoot straight up into the air. And then Orange, what's the movement here? Oh, it's right here, correct?
Yeah.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 25 feet?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a fly speed of... So he's going to again shoot 25 feet into the air. Orange himself is going to jump off of Charizard's back before and go in for a fire punch.
So yeah, you'll have
Directly.
an advantage on this because you got him surrounded at this point.
So basically, Charizard dips in, does the 2 embers.
You jump
And
off,
then-
he's still in the air.
Exactly. Charizard starts to fly up as Orange jumps off and goes in
Do
for
you do
it.
like a roll into a punch or something like that?
Kind of like I'd say that Charizard kind of spins with his, like as he's flying in, he does the 2 embers, he spins like this. Orange jumps off of his back, just primed for the punch.
So
And
a mid-air punch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
and-
I could say that he hits as he lands, kind of a thing. Like,
Yeah, mid-air punch. Like you're not totally on the ground.
Yeah.
Punch!
Falcon punch. Alright.
Okay, so roll with advantage.
11. I'll just remember the rolls real quick. 11. 13.
So as you come down, he puts out his hand with the force field, and your fire punch is blocked. Vero, go help them out. So from here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think he actually has enough movement. Yeah, flying wise, yeah. He will fly. He will get up into the air. He has his flying type ability now. He comes and he's going to now. Father Kuzon is surrounded, but he's still like managing to block attacks and stuff. It's really impressive. We're going all out, Pharaoh. Oh, first off, I'm gonna see if I recharge my roost. I do with the 5. Pharaoh, it's time to go all out. Flurry attack. So it's gonna be. We're gonna have to roll a d4 plus 1 to see how many times it can potentially hit, which is 4. Now I have to roll to see how many of those actually hit with the d20. Alright, so for the first peck, 19. So that's definitely going to hit, even with the force field. He's going to put up a force field. First peck's going to go through. He's going to put up another force field. The next peck goes through. He's going to put up another force field, and this peck just breaks through again. It does match it with a... Yeah.
Okay.
So all 4 he's just putting up wall after wall after wall, and each peck just drills through, all 4 hits.
What damage?
For damage, I need roll 2d6 4 times. And it's a +3.
So roll that combination 4 times.
If you want.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, Necrozma's gonna be done.
Necrozma.
I mean, Kuzon's gonna be done. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 10. Yeah, that's 1. And then I have to add the pluses, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. That Pharaoh messed him up. 32. So yeah, this Pharaoh just smashes through all the force fields that Kuzon has to increase his defense. And Kuzon, that actually should have been with advantage too. One of those might have been a nat 20, but it's overkill. It's overkill for everybody listening. I didn't even add the plus damage from that. So Kuzon he's down.
Because the last time that Orange saw him down, he obviously got back up and started attacking him. Can I take the opportunity to take a step back?
You can be cautious if you want. He can't do an attack of opportunity right now. You're technically out of combat.
Okay, cool. So, Orange, just still a little hesitant as to what's going to happen, takes a step back.
Kuzan is still conscious. He's in really rough shape. This feeble old body, it served its purpose, but it's holding me back now. It's time you see my true form. Darkness is going to overtake Father Kuzan, and it's going to leave his body. And I'll say right about here, a dark energy leaves Father Kuzan, goes behind, who's this?
Firo.
Goes behind Firo, and takes the shape of a Gengar.
Guys, I don't recognize that one. Delia, please. Delia, what is that Pokemon?
No Wi-Fi connection, but looking into database. Database search complete. That is a Gengar. It's a poison ghost Pokemon. It's the final evolution of Ghastly. They're very strong and dangerous. Caution should be advised.
A Gengar?
Yes, you should listen to... What? I can still talk human. Looks like I've been in that old man's body so long I can still speak.
Orange looks down at Kuzan. Is he... The body,
Kuzan is conscious, but he is in really rough shape. He's beaten, battered. He's a very feeble old man. So, I guess before I kill all of you at my maximum power, maybe you guys might be interested in a little story about why this has all happened.
Do we have a choice?
Okay, so... A long time ago, me and Necrozma ruled over the world in ancient times. Necrozma needed to absorb lots of light to continue to keep going.
Sustainable.
To sustain himself. Thanks, Burnt Orange. To sustain himself, to have the power to keep living. He came up with a genius plan. To absorb Lunala's body, transformed to where he had an endless supply of light and unmatched power. However, Necrozma failed and was trapped inside the Ultra Dimension by Lunala with no way to escape. I did not give up on my master's dream. I learned all I could. I scoured the world. There had to be a way to bring him back. He was my master, after all. After many, many, many centuries, I accumulated all the information necessary in that old book over there. You see it like laying on the floor by the crystal ball. The last thing I needed to bring him back was that pendant that was located in Mount Moon. But before I could do the ritual, Lunala found out what I was up to and was able to trap me in a moonstone in hopes that Necrozma and me would be trapped forever. But she wasn't counting on Father Kuzon to find the room I was sealed in, accidentally grabbing the old feeble stone that was sitting there for centuries, and it breaking and freeing me, and I was able to possess him.
So that's what that portal was for? What? Why did you torture me? What did I do to deserve that? You already had your minions here. Why couldn't you use them?
Oh, I'm a prankster, and I like to make humans suffer. Humans make me sick. You never change. Centuries after centuries, you think you're the superior beings. We're not your tools. We're not your playthings. We're not your little stuffed animals that listen to your every beck and whim. We are the superior species. And I will kill any Pokemon that will obey a lower life form.
It's not about superiority. It's about friendship and love. I don't treat any of my Pokemon badly. I treat them with kindness and respect. Heck, I give them more respect than I give myself half the time.
Friendship and love? You sound like some horrible anime. No more time for talking. I've told you all the information. You can die knowing what my plan was.
Before you kill us, can we get the name of our murderer?
Of course I go by the name Gengar, but I'm also known as the King of Ghosts. So know that you will die at the hands of the King of Ghosts.
Well, Gengar, King of Ghosts, whatever you want to be called, doesn't matter to me. You've put us through hell. And prepare to meet your end by our hands.
Well, speaking of hell, there's a space for you there. Let's go. So, we're gonna get ready for the final fight.
Roll initiatives?
Yes, roll initiatives. Gotta get the Gengar 6 is gonna have a terrible roll of 8. Dolly, what did you roll?
So, Dolly rolled a 10, and Ponyta rolled a...
Remember, I told you
Sure.
it's a shared.
Oh, right. Oh, well then I rolled 13 first.
Ponyta.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dolly has a 15,
16.
16 for Orange, and Charizard
11.
11 for you. Well, you're going before Gengar this time.
Yep.
So you guys are still bunched up around the body of Father Kuzon.
Jackson?
He's dead, by the way. No, I'm just kidding.
Except for Jackson, he's...
No, initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Team player.
So, 18, 19, 20. So that'd be 20 for the Pharaoh. For Jackson. Unnatural 20, by the way. So it is Jackson's turn first. He said ghost type. Ghost poison. I'm gonna have Jackson roll a knowledge. Okay, with an 18 without adding any multiplier. Ghosts can't be hit by normal type moves. Everybody! It's a part ghost. Don't hit it with any normal type attacks, it won't affect it. Pharaoh, return! Knowing that Pharaoh only has normal type attacks, it won't be able to do any damage to this Gengar. He's going to return it, and he's going to call out... Clefable, I choose you! So Clefable is going to come out right in front of Jackson. What's its movement?
30?
It's 30, yes. And it can fly 15, but no. It's going behind that pillar, by the way. So from here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to get about to right there. I think Disarming Voice is a... Disarming Voice is 100 feet. So, Clefable, hit him with the Disarming Voice. So, Gengar must make a DC 17 con save, I believe. Makes sense because that's like a move. So yeah, a DC 17 con save. 14 does not save. But it's going to use one of its legendary resistances. Alright, legendary resistance. If it fails a saving throw, it can choose to succeed instead. So, and it gets 3 of those a day. So it's going to use one of its... It failed the saving throw for the con, it's going to use a legendary resistance. Is that what I called it?
Yep.
So it's going to use a legendary resistance. If it fails a saving throw, it has up to 3 per day. It's going to use one of them to pass that saving throw of the Disarming Voice. So it's still going to take full damage, it's just not going to have disadvantage on the next attack.
Okay.
but it's only going to take 6d6. So if you guys want to lend me your energy. I could Fable your energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We all got the cocoon though.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 damage to Gengar.
Halved or just...
No, it just does, on a save, it doesn't have disadvantage on the next attack. Gengar takes this really strong attack. The strong, booming voice comes out of Fable, and Gengar is able to move out of the way. So it still took the damage, but it's not going to take the disarming effect of it. So after Jackson's turn, it is Orange.
Burn Orange is going to jump onto the back of Charizard once again, and what's up? Oh yes, recharge real quick. I'm gonna roll for my recharge. It is a 6, so I have my what's it called? Fire spin.
Flamethrower.
Fire spin.
Oh, fire spin, yeah.
I have my fire spin back. Burn Orange jumps on the back of Charizard.
Let's finish this, Charizard.
And they're both going to fly up into the air about 20 feet. So that's 5 feet of flying movement. And then, what is it, 10 feet over the top?
Mm-hmm.
Is that 10 feet in direction? Or is that's 15, I think. Just suspended in the air directly over the top of them. And Orange is going to say,
Let's do this again like we did before. Hopefully it'll be more effective this time. Flamethrower!
and they're both going to use their flamethrower attack
So
directly down
flamethrower,
top of them.
Okay. So go ahead and roll to see if you hit.
Yeah, so Charizard first. Goodness gracious. What is it? It is a +6. 15.
15 hits.
Cool. And then Burnt Orange. 14 plus 3. That is a 17.
17 to also hit, so roll damage for both.
Awesome. So Charizard's 3d10 plus 6 plus 2 for affinity, correct?
Yes, plus 2 for
Okay.
pain.
6, 7, 5. 6, 7, 5.
18.
18? Cool. 18 plus 6. That's 24.
Plus 2.
Plus 2, 26 damage for Charizard.
26 for Charizard.
That was just Charizard?
That's just Charizard.
Nice.
That was with the plus 2 for the affinity?
Yes,
That's it.
I made
Okay,
sure that
go
was
ahead and do burnt orange.
And then Burnt Orange's 1d10 is 9 plus 3. What is that, 12?
Mhm.
Plus 2, 14.
14 damage plus 26.
Oh, that's an even 40.
Yep.
Yeah, that is really right. Gengar gets blasted by this dual flamethrower attack from both Burnt Orange and Charizard,
Take that, King of Ghosts!
and all you hear through the flames is and the flames dissipate and he looks unharmed, like you did nothing to him. Dolly's turn. Before you go real fast, Dolly, Father Kuzon, still conscious, he senses a strong affinity untapped in the room. He kind of looks towards Corey, and he thinks to himself, that boy, he has the legendary powers. It was only supposed to be a legend. The Rainbow Trainer. And Father Kuzon's going to turn over on his stomach, and he's going to start trying to climb towards you.
Half speed.
Half speed, yeah. So he would have the speed in order of 30, 5, 10, 15. So he's trying to climb towards you, crawl.
Okay.
Now Dolly, go.
Can I have Ponyta help take?
I thought you were gonna say, can I get attack opportunity? You can do whatever you want if you want to try to get him over there, but you don't know the reasoning of why he wants to get over there to Corey.
So Dolly in her head, Father Kuzon's trying to get to Corey, but is his intent good? Can I roll for that?
You can you're within range. You're next to him. You can actually ask him if you want.
Father Kuzon, why are you trying to get to Corey?
That boy, he has the rainbow affinity. If I could just unlock it, You'd be a great asset in this fight.
Well then, I want to help you. Fire Trotter, take Father Kuzon to Cory. Quickly.
Look how far you've come.
I've come a lot. I've come far. So Ponyta is gonna like...
Just.
It's gonna like kneel down on its like knees.
Yep.
Father Kuzon's gonna barely climb onto it, and are you gonna dash over to Cory?
Yes.
Or Ponyta is going
yeah,
to?
she's
So
going
definitely gonna make it in time. And you finish your turn.
Yep. So yeah, Fire Trotter's turn is over. Now it is Dolly's turn. So Dolly is then going to face Gengar, and she's going to rush in and do a flame charge. That is a 12 plus 2. Oh no, plus to hit. Sorry about that. 16 to hit.
16 does hit the Gengar.
Okay.
You seem to all think, at least the ones that have attacked, he's not very defensive. He's more of an attacking kind of Pokemon than a defensive.
Okay, so that is 1d8 plus 2. That is 1 plus 2, which is 3.
So you're going to charge up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Flame charge, so,
Yeah, that's
flame
right.
charge. So 5, 10, 15, and you're going to...
Kick him right in the face.
3 damage. The hoofs do hit into Gengar, and he does take a little bit of damage, but the hoofs sink into him, and he just laughs. And he's going to use a legendary reaction to you. Not reaction. A legendary action. It's called Payback. So Payback does a certain amount of damage, right? 2d6. So a 4 to 1, that's 5. Now usually it's a plus 4, but because he received damage from you the same turn, he gets a plus 8 instead. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage to Dolly.
Okay.
Kind of damage?
Dark damage. So yeah, when your hoofs get stuck into this thing, it makes a like fist out of its like glowing energy, and it just smacks right into you, and you get actually you get pushed back 5 feet. Cory's turn. You see a Ponyta approach with a very injured Kuzon, and Ponyta again is going to kneel down. Father Kuzon kind of like throws himself off, and he goes over towards you. My boy, you... Go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Only one person gets to call me my boy, and you're not the professor.
I can sense a legendary affinity inside of you. You are the Rainbow Trainer.
Like the rainbow badge?
No, like the Rainbow Energy card in the card game. No, basically, most people only have one affinity to one type of Pokemon. You, however, have an affinity for all types of Pokemon, like a wild card.
How do I use this?
Let me show you. He reaches out his hand to touch your
Cory,
leg.
yeah, Cory recoils a moment. The last time you unlocked something in me, my hair turned white and I became a real jerk.
I wasn't myself. Trust me. Trust me, my boy.
Stop calling me that. Just get it over with so I can save my friends.
So Father Kuzon touches you for a second, and then all of a sudden, white, purple, yellow, like all these colors start flashing, and you have a full array of the rainbow of all the different types of Pokemon surrounding you. You feel this crazy amount of power surging inside of you.
What is this? This must be what Orange and Dolly feel like. This is amazing.
Do you have a Pokemon out?
Nidoking.
Okay, so all of a sudden, you are half purple and half like golden, earthly toned. So you have a poison earth affinity thing going on right now.
The aura around me? Or okay, I didn't know if you said...
It went from rainbow and it just switched to what you're typing of your Pokemon.
Gotcha.
With. So you have the poison and ground affinity colors just blasting around you. Yes, it worked. He is the legendary Rainbow Trainer. and that just takes everything out of Kuzon, and he just passes out with a smile on his face. Because I failed to do this very well, but for the audience, he's searched his whole life for different trainers and stuff. Never has he come across a trainer that's capable of the wild card, the rainbow typing affinity. But there was always a legend that Rainbow Trainer would arise and be able to control all the affinities and would change the world.
Okay.
So there's like a legend behind this.
Okay, and the trainers couldn't know that. That was more for us. And the
It's
listeners.
more for the listeners
Okay.
and maybe you guys, but not your characters quite yet. Maybe
Gotcha. Okay.
maybe at the end. I'll
Yep.
say that.
I feel so powerful. Needle King, do you
You
feel?
look over after you, like before you can even say anything to Needle King. You kind of stop in your tracks and you look over, and he has the purple earthly hue blaring on him as well.
Check me out, guys. I'm glowing too. Yeah, Needle King. Let's test this out, Needle King. Run up and horn attack this Gengar. Needle King is going to run up and do a horn attack. Oh, 22 to hit.
Okay, so yes, you hit with you hit the AC, but because he is ghost type, the horn attack is normal typing, and also he's part poison, so the poison isn't really going to affect him either.
Yep.
So you miss basically.
Okay, then Corey is going to see that filled with power. He's going to his eye catches that crystal ball, and he's going to run over. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gengar, is this important to you?
The crystal ball? No, it's just used to watch you all suffer, and whoever lost their souls, I got to enjoy it.
Oh, so it's cool if I do this. And he's just going to shove it off. And
It breaks into a bunch of little pieces, and Gengar doesn't care. It served its purpose. It's basically his TV.
could have sold that.
Worth a shot.
Shouts up, thanks, Burnt Orange.
Well, does he know him as Burnt Orange, or does he just...
Yeah, I mentioned.
Yeah,
sure he did.
Has he been around for Burnt Orange?
You never seen Burnt Orange. None of you have except for Dolly, really.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should have.
But I don't think there was really a lot of time to react.
I feel what you feel. Thank you, but dang it. Crystal Ball is probably really expensive.
It's going to be Gengar's turn now. He's actually going to move and vanish. And he's going to take 1d10 damage.
Is he going to take an attack of opportunity from... it's a normal type, it wouldn't do anything. Oh no, he's not. He's just vanishing. So he's not moving and vanishing.
He is moving, but he's disappearing. So I guess
Sure.
he was right here. So who's this?
Me. Nido King.
You would not be able to hit him.
Yep.
So no, it doesn't matter. He's going to take 1d10 damage though. I'm not going to explain why.
Cool.
He's only going to take 1 damage.
Okay.
And you don't know where he is.
Can we make a perception check?
You don't know where he is. He kind of just went like in this direction over here and just disappeared.
Huh. Guys? Nido King, do you hear anything?
Shakes his head.
I don't think we won, guys. I don't know. Jackson, is he over there with you?
No, I don't know where he went.
Are we still in initiative order at the moment?
Yes, so his turn will be over. All you hear is just maniacal laughing coming from somewhere in this area on the left side where the crystal ball was that is now smashed on the ground. And all of a sudden, over towards here where the Gatling Gang is, the Gatling Gang's Pokemon start to kind of will themselves up. They're struggling to stand up. They took a lot of damage prior, but all 4 of them, Alakazam, Vaporeon, Tauros, and Ninetales are all standing up, looking like they want to fight. The Gatling Gang see this, but they are still unable to move, and they're in no shape to order their Pokemon around. So Gat's gonna kind of yell out to you guys, "Hey guys, we're in no shape to command our Pokemon, but they still got some fight left in them. You guys be willing to take some of the power of the Gatling gang to help you win?
We'll take anything you got, Gat.
And all the Pokemon look back, and all their trainers nod in approval of go help. Ninetale walks over past where the crystal ball holder was, right where Charizard's hovering with burnt orange, and Ninetales gets the flaming aura. It is feeding off of your fire affinity. Tauros and Alakazam are both going to walk over to where Corey is. Where's Corey at? You already have the purple and the yellow aura from your affinities.
Poison and ground.
For the poison and ground, you're going to get a white one added on, and you're going to get a darker purple color added on. So you have 4 different type affinities going off right now.
Okay.
Vaporeon is going to go over to where Dolly is, and you're going to get Vaporeon. And where are you at?
This figure.
Okay.
So,
Do you have Ponyta right now too?
Yeah, Ponyta just carried. Yeah.
Okay. Ninetales is going to blow some fire over here on the cabin floor. It's gonna blow such strong heat that a little like pool with the water of the cave comes out. It steams at first, but then it cools and it's just a regular thing of water.
So it's blasting a hole in the ground with their fire.
It basically melted the
That's
ground
awesome.
with its flamethrower and made a pond because it knows that Vaporeon, it can have more advantage in water. Use a knowledge check.
That is 9 plus 1. 10.
So, Ninetales is gonna smile at you for a second, and you have the feeling that it did that so that Vaporeon would have an edge in the battle. With your newfound borrowed Pokemon from the Gatling gang, they do have half their usual half HP because they're still in rough shape. And they all still attack on your turn. It's all combined. Where'd he go?
I don't know. I don't hear him anywhere.
It's not like it leaves any footprints. There's nothing we can really do.
Can any of our Pokemon smell him?
Now, some Pokemon do have really good smelling abilities, and they even get bonuses for hearing or smelling. So who wants to do it?
I have one. I have a keen smell.
With Ninetales? Go ahead.
Alright, awesome.
Ninetales,
Go ahead and sniff out that Gengar. Try to find out where he's gone. So 13's the better of the two. 15.
So even with a 15, that passes, but maybe because it's a ghost, it doesn't have a scent, it can't sniff it out.
That makes sense.
Vaporeon, try to use keen hearing. That is a 4 and a 9.
9 plus, you get
Plus.
a plus 3 perception, plus 2, so that's 5 plus 9. 14.
14.
Okay. Ninetales can't can't smell where Gengar is, but Vaporeon hears as if the sound is coming from the actual pillar.
Jackson! It's somewhere near that pillar!
Clefable, return. Pikachu, I choose you. Pikachu, use Light Screen on Vaporeon. For 3 rounds, you have a plus 5 AC for any non-melee moves for
Okay.
Vaporeon. Burnt orange.
So you said out loud though
I was like, Jackson, it's somewhere near. Because I didn't know if he was going to use his turn to attack.
Gotcha. And can I use both Pokemon? Mm-hmm. On my awesome.
You can do 3 combo attacks if you want.
Freaking cool, actually. Okay.
Somewhere
near the pillar, huh? Alright. Charizard, Ninetales, both of you light up with embers. I'm just gonna do basically a total of 4 ember attacks on the pillar.
Okay, go ahead and see if you hit the pillar. It's not gonna have crazy AC, so
15 on the first. 2 plus.
2 plus.
Oh, yeah. So let's go with Charizard first. So it'd be a 20, unnatural for the first, a 7 for the second. So, and then, oh man. Ninetales has a plus 6, so it's a 11 and a 17.
They all hit. It's an old stone pillar.
Okay. Do I roll damage? Do I bother with rolling damage, or?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You gotta roll to see if you destroy it.
Light him up!
Alright,
You could roll all ones.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's very true. 10, 11, 13,
13.
plus 13 plus 12. No, sorry, 13 plus 6.
19.
19 plus 4 for affinity, because it's 2 each.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Mhm.
Alright, let's say 23 from Charizard's attack. And 6 total, plus 4, 10. Sorry, 4 twice, so plus 8. 14 plus the same for 18.
Mm-hmm.
18 and 23?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how much total damage?
18, 23, 41.
Alright, with 41, the ember of fireballs repeatedly, like
31.
23. No, it's 40.
Alright, no matter what it was, the fireballs from the ember attacks are able to break the stone and it crumbles. All of a sudden Gengar appears where the pillar was. And he looks a little concerned that you figure out where he was.
See you now.
And then Burnt Orange is going to do a flamethrower on him.
Okay, see if you hit.
16 plus 3, so 19.
So you do hit.
Awesome. And that is 1d10. 4 plus 3, 7. Oh, plus 2. No, does affinity add damage?
Yeah, plus 2.
Yeah, plus 2.
So 9.
9.
The flamethrower hits Gengar and it kind of brings him to a knee. And he gets angry that you guys are overpowering him with numbers, and he stands back up and he looks angry. Dolly's turn.
Woohoo! Alright, so Dolly is going to run in and she is going to do a flame charge. So she's going to run in and try to kick Gengar since he's a fairly big target. That is a nat 20.
Okay, with that nat 20, you are able to do the flame charge.
So that is 2d8 plus 4.
Make sure you move your piece.
That is 2 and 2. That is 4 plus 4, 8.
Doubled.
Wrong.
So
wrong
16
pokey.
total?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's going to be halved because he has a resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing damage, so it's going to be 8 damage
Okay.
as a ghost type. So you run up, again you take your hoops of flame and go into Gengar, and very much like you did before, it kind of sucks up your hoops, or your prop hoofs, whatever you want to call it.
My go-go boot hoops.
Your go-go boot hoofs, and he's going to give you that payback again with his legendary action. 4 plus 8, 12 damage.
Okay.
This isn't a physical attack, is it? It's a psychic one?
It's a dark attack.
But is a physical thing hitting her? Bludgeoning?
Yeah, but she doesn't have affinity, so
Yeah.
it doesn't get.
That doesn't get subtracted.
She doesn't have Onyx out.
Gotcha.
You still have Ponyta or
And-
Vaporeon.
yes.
And Vaporeon.
So I can use both of them.
Yes.
Perfect. Alright, Fire Trotter, your turn. Run in and do a flame charge as well. That is a 4 plus 4. That is 8 to hit.
So it's gonna leave Father Kuzon and come up and go ahead and roll one more time because you have
That is a 8. It's another 8 plus 8. Or sorry, 8 plus 4. The plus 4 to hit.
Yeah, you're gonna miss even with
Okay.
advantage.
Yeah.
The hoofs of the flaming charge go actually through the body of Gengar and have no effect.
Nice try, Fire Trotter. Alright, Vaporeon. Let's try an Aurora Beam. That is 18 plus 4 to hit.
Okay, and how does that work again? Okay, it's range, so yes, you're definitely within range. So 3d6 ice damage.
That is 5, 3, 8, and 4, 6, 12.
Distracted by the Ponyta behind it, you scream out Ice Beam to Vaporeon, and it blasts Gengar, and it does hurt him a bit. And he's looking battered. Dished.
As much as a ghost can look better.
Yeah. Corey's turn.
Okay. Tauros, I've not gotten to see you in battle much, but I know you got a hyper beam. Why don't you blast it with that?
Plus 10.
Nope, does not hit.
So Tauros puts the big ball of energy into his mouth and releases it, and it passes right through Gengar.
Okay, nice try, Tauros. I think your name is Bro? Bro, if you could try and, like, invade his mind with that psychic ability you have, that may be the trick. I need a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
How much?
17.
Ooh, very nice. But I'm gonna use. Well, hold on. I'm gonna use my second legendary resistance.
Okay.
So that leaves me with one left.
Okay, so does that mean he passes?
Yeah, if I fail, I can use the resistance and pass.
He still takes
Okay.
half.
Yes.
10. 17. 18 points of... No, 9 points of psychic damage.
Is that plus your plus 2?
11.
Because you have the affinity
Yes,
bonus.
yeah, yes.
So Bro puts up both his spoons and stares directly at Gengar, and Gengar kind of like grabs his head like he's having a headache, and it does do some good chunk of damage to him.
Okay. Corey's gonna take a step back.
Corey, you still have Nidoking to attack.
Oh, that's right. So many pieces. Who was I? Oh, Nidoking. Nidoking, why don't you thrash that Gengar? I need a dexterity saving throw from Gengar.
That's a 19.
Okay, so it'll take half of 3d6. 7. 13.
So unfortunately, even though you did a good chunk of damage, Thrash is a normal type move, so it just goes straight through Gengar and he just laughs in your face. And now Nidoking's stuck in Thrash.
Nidoking, you're not really effective in this fight. You've done great so far. Return.
And as you return Nidoking, the light purple aura and the gold and earthly color fade out, and you still have the whites and the dark color purple.
Okay.
Come on, Corey! Think type advantage! You can do it!
The only thing I know about ghost Pokemon is that they're weak against other ghost Pokemon, and I don't want to turn any of my Pokemon into ghosts.
Dolly face palms.
Are we all glad that Corey's back?
Yeah. You know what? It's time. Type advantage. That's it, Dolly, you're a genius! Midge, I choose you!
So Midge comes out, and you'll have to wait till next turn to attack, but Midge is now on the field, and it's going to spawn like right in front of you. Nothing happens with your aura, it's still the regular colors I just said, but Midge gets this white aura around her. She feels stronger, and she looks back and she's a little shocked to see your hair.
I know, Midge. I had a phase. I'll explain later.
Okay, so that is out there now, and it is now Gengar's turn.
Uh-oh.
Gengar, on his turns, he gets all his legendary actions back, so he's back at 3.
Not resistances, just actions.
Yeah, not the resistances. He only gets 3 total of those. He's going to charge up a Shadow Ball at Ponyta.
Okay.
And go ahead and... Oh, I gotta see if it hits first. How not? 8.
At Ponyta?
Yes. I doubt 8.
No.
No. So he charges up a Shadow Ball, he fires it, and it just shoots past Ponyta, past Father Kuzon, and then explodes back behind the boulder over there. And you can tell by his body language, Gengar is getting frustrated. The fight's not going the way he thought it was going to go, and he's very much outnumbered. Jackson's turn. Pikachu, Thunder Shock attack. Eleven's not going to hit Gengar, so the Thunder Shock misses, kind of just flies past, doesn't hit anybody else. It's okay, Pikachu, we'll get him next round. Or, we'll get him next time. It is now Orange's turn.
B.O.
It's not a thing. No.
Ninetales, I don't know all of your abilities.
I pop out my Pokemobile. Delia, I need to know Ninetales' abilities.
Ninetales has 2 abilities. Flash Fire is if Ninetales is hit by a fire attack, it will deal double damage with the fire attack for 1 round. It also knows King Smell, where it will have advantage on all wisdom checks that rely on smell.
You're gonna hear Nick after, because he hears you say you need to know what the abilities are. Hit it with a weak fire attack, and then use a flamethrower with Ninetales.
On it! Orange is actually himself. He's going to jump off of the back of Charizard and land directly behind, and he's going to use a Fire Punch attack.
Onto Ninetales? Okay,
Onto
go ahead.
Ninetales.
Roll, see if you hit.
14. So that
Okay,
hits.
so it does hit. Roll for damage.
Oh my god, max 10. But it's resistant to fire, right?
It
10 plus 2.
because it's a melee attack.
Oh, yeah,
it's
10
a
plus
bludgeoning attack because it's a punch. It will cancel out your +2. No, it will half the damage. So 10 plus 2 is 12. 6. It'll take 6 damage. So you don't try to hit the Ninetales with all. You hold back, but you give it enough to where it can absorb the fire from the punch. And Ninetales, the aura looks like it starts to grow, and it's flaming very strongly.
So I'm going to have Ninetales just move this direction. It is a 30-foot line.
Yes.
Ninetales, try to clear line of sight and hit it with a flamethrower. Charizard, flamethrower as well.
So see if you hit with the Ninetales first, and then see if you hit with the Charizard.
Ninetales. Yeah, no. Oh no, it's not a roll to hit with the flamethrower first.
Flamethrower, that's right, it's dex saves.
Ninetales is as a dex save. Charizard's is the more just roll.
Oh,
to
okay,
hit.
so I have to make a dex save.
Yeah. Do you want me to do just wait on
But
Charizard?
so does Ponyta, because she's
I'm in the
technically
vicinity.
in the facility.
Did you want me to just complete Ninetales' attack and then roll for Charizard.
Yeah, we'll do Ninetales first. So Ponyta and Gengar are both going to make dex saves.
19.
Yeah, that is a save.
26.
That's also a save. So you'll take half damage, but it's going to do 4d6 doubled.
Doubled, yeah. Plus 2 for your fire affinity.
Yes.
So always add the affinity
Wait,
on
what?
it and then double.
Why is it doubled again?
Flash
Because
fire.
the flash fire.
Flash fire,
It's
that's
pretty
right.
much a
Yep.
free crit. It's
Yep.
pretty cool.
That's why I punched
Yep.
Ninetales.
Yep.
10, 15, doubled. Oh no, 15 plus 2 doubled?
15 plus 2 doubled.
So it'd be
17.
34.
34, and then half because we both succeeded.
17.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, just it does full damage basically.
So 17 damage to both of us. Okay.
And then Charizard's attack. So it's
Yeah,
17 to hit.
17 hits.
And that one is going to do 3d10. That's 9. 15. 21. 23.
23 damage.
5 damage.
Nice.
This all happens pretty much the same time. You, like I said, you punch the Ninetales with the fire punch, not to hurt it, but just to give it that boost. And then you tell both Ninetales and Charizard to flamethrower it. Now Ninetales flamethrower goes a little bit lengthier and hits Ponyta and does a little bit of damage to it, but it holds pretty good. How would you say it looks?
Just bludgeoned.
Bludgeoned. Okay. And Gengar gets blasted with both the flamethrowers, and he's looking really pissed off right now. Dolly's turn.
Alright. Fire Trotter!
Real fast. Actually, because after Zach's turn, I'm going to go ahead and use a legendary action that uses all 3 of my legendary actions for this round. But it's called Vanish. Basically, I can move and not evoke any attack of opportunity from anyone, and remain hidden until the start of my next turn. So yeah, he just vanishes and it's your turn.
Alright, Fire Trotter. I know you still got some energy in you, but I'm gonna recall you for now. So, Dolly is going to return Fire Trotter, and she is going to throw out Placid, go!
Okay, so you're War Turtle. So you have War Turtle and Vaporeon.
Yes. Alright, Placid, let's take on that form. Transform!
So the light happens again and the clothes change. So blue boots form with a fold down cuff with a golden buckle. A bathing suit resembling War Turtle. Front light yellow gold shell and back a rough brown red exterior. A blue fluffy tail curls down to her knees attached from the shell. Across her forehead, a blue color that comes to a V to the center of her head. And there sits a round oval cut sapphire. To the sides of the headband, there are wing-like ears, same as War Turtle. So yeah, Dolly takes over the shape of War Turtle. She has a little bit of sharp fangs, kind of like she did with the Ekans.
Alright, Placid, let's head over to the water and gain some advantage for the next time around. Vaporeon, join us. So we are going to move over by the water's edge. And I'm essentially just going to be surrounded by both these Pokemon right by the water.
Corey's turn. You
Okay.
just call that Midge. You have Tauros and you have Alakazam.
Okay. Hey, bro, I don't know if your name is actually Bro. He just always seemed to call you Bro. Reach out with your mind and see if you can detect him with your telepathic abilities.
So he's going to close his eyes, put his spoons up to his head. You see some circular, kind of like sonar, kind of
Yep.
vibrations coming off of him. Go ahead and roll perception.
Okay. 24.
No matter how much you get, like,
That's fine.
you can't sense him.
That's fine. Midge, we need to scatter a little bit. Why don't you do a little bit of a flyover to where that book is? And I'm just going to have Midge fly over there so we're not all clumped next to each other. You Tauros too, give me some breathing room. And just have Tauros move a little further back away from me as well, so wherever Gengar does pop up, a little more field cover.
Okay. Is that your turn?
3 Pokemon, yes. Yeah, that's my turn.
It is now Gengar's turn. Gengar's going to show up here. He's going to use Hypnosis attack. Squirtle has to make a DC 15 Charisma save.
Can I attempt to do withdrawal?
No, it's a save.
Oh, yeah,
it's a
that's
save.
That is a... worth this.
So, usually you have to roll a d4 to see how many turns, but because you rolled a nat 1, he's going to be asleep for 4 turns.
Placid, now's not the time to take a nap!
And you just see a floating turtle shell. He's retracted in. You see a snot bubble coming out where his head was supposed to be. And he's just passed out. Time to have a snack. So it's going to go to the next person, Jackson.
Oh, before he does anything. Jackson, light him up now that you can see him!
Before Jackson goes, the flaming souls on the pedestals are still there. And you guys can't hear it, but they are communicating. These two are the Holy Moon Sisters, Robin and Alicia, and then on the side is Trippy and Alex. How about that? They're actually doing a good job. Yeah, man, they're doing really good. That one trainer's come a long way when his Pokemon couldn't do anything against a Sandshrew. Like, they're so cute still. I hope we get our bodies back and we can go on a date with them. I'm still mad because they hurt my kitties, but I want them to win over that evil being. So they're rooting for you, but you just don't know it. I'm sorry to do this, but strategically, it's the best option. Pikachu, go in the water, use Thunder Shock. So Pikachu is gonna go about right here, and he's gonna use Thunder Shock, so it's gonna do more damage if it hits. I need all your Pokemon to make a Dex save. Because it's asleep, I'll give you disadvantage on the Dex roll for War Turtle.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll for Dolly and Vaporeon. 17 and 13. Do I need...
Yes, you need to put your pluses for Dex. So 15 for Vaporeon.
Yes, and Dolly...
I'll say that saves. Dolly is...
With War Turtle, so that'd be a...
It's gonna save...
17, 18, 19. 19.
Okay, and then roll to see with disadvantage for War Turtle with disadvantage.
15 and 19.
15. Wow. So, you all kind of... Luckily, War Turtle in its shell, it's a little bit more defensive. It's not exposed, so it doesn't take any damage, and you guys are able to dodge the current. Okay, well, with the +6, that will definitely hit. So I'm going to have it do 2d6 plus 4.
$12.
12 points of damage to Gengar.
What does that sound like from Pikachu?
Pikachu!
And it just, with the current of the water, it shocks Gengar pretty good. Gengar has the one eye closed, one eye open kind of thing going on. It's feeling hurt from all these attacks. It's going to use Dream Eater on Squirtle. And it can only be used on a sleeping Pokemon. 4d8, and Gengar gains back half the HP absorbed.
Why is Gengar going now?
It's a legendary action.
Okay.
So it's after it's after a player's turn. I can use it as long as I have. It only takes up 1, so I still have 2 more left. 3, 8, 14, 18. 18 damage. What's half of 18?
9.
So it regains 9 HP.
Does Squirtle then, or War Turtle, take that 18?
Yes, because half of that.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, it takes the full damage.
And it's an auto hit because legendary.
It auto hits as long as there's a sleeping Pokemon.
Gotcha. Cool.
Okay, so that was Jackson's turn. After Jackson's turn, he used a legendary action to use Dream Eater. Gengar did. Now it is Orange's turn.
All right.
Ninetales, follow me and Charizard.
He's gonna have Charizard drop down to pick him up. So Charizard just basically drops to the ground. Orange jumps on the back of Charizard, and he basically called for Ninetales to follow them.
Okay.
Essentially, and then he's going to turn and fly this direction. So
Towards Gengar.
how does towards Gengar? How does movement work?
Okay,
Bigger,
so
additional
you were
figures,
here.
right? Yes.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. Tell me when to stop.
25, 30. 30 feet, but I'm up in the air. I'm raising as I go, essentially, is the idea there.
Okay. So because you are so big, that is why.
Okay, cool. And then I'm on his back.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ninetales is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I'm going to go 30 diagonal.
Okay.
All right. And then I only took 5 feet of movement to get onto Charizard's back, correct? Now, I'm only about 20 feet in the air. Would I take fall damage if I jump up?
Yes, you take 2d6 damage, my
2d.
friend.
You could try to look cool.
You could try. Some people let you do an acrobatics to have
I'll
that
let you do
damage.
I'll let you do an acrobatics check.
All right,
I think that could
cool.
be cool.
So Orange is going to drop down off of Charizard. Not just like jump, just kind of drop off.
Do you have an acrobatics stat? Or what would
I
you
It's
have
just
no
a
idea.
dex. Yeah,
Okay.
Just your dex mod.
Let me see what that is. Okay. 14?
plus? Or is
That's total. Okay.
I'll say you do it. I'll say you jump off, you land down. How do you want to land down? On a knee and a fist? The Iron Man kind of thing?
Just on my feet.
Superhero
Because I'm still going to
land.
move a little bit. Is that fine?
You still
Yeah,
have
that's fine.
movement.
Okay, now I know why you had him pick you up. I'm like, why didn't you just walk over? But I
Because-
see, no, it's
Yeah.
You're trying to
movement.
save your movement.
Save my movement a
Yep.
little bit. So, so I'm at 5, 10, 15. I'm trying to do this to where as many people as possible are safe. Actually, no, this would be safe right here. All right, cool. And Orange is going to use his what's it called? His fire spin.
How do I know you're gonna do
I've only used it once. I have
Go
to
ahead.
use it
Go
again.
ahead. Go ahead.
So that is a 10-foot radius. So it's basically just going to be. I'll write it out if you want. It's basically going to be the square that Gengar.
You
up
can
to.
write on the board.
Okay. Now I assume the water might kind of
I'll
Give
get
him
to that in a
something.
second.
stop there.
Okay, so basically where the
Okay.
water is,
Angled it perfectly.
the water special properties, the flames kind of sizzle out. So this is open.
So he wouldn't do any damage to him, even though he's above the water.
Talking about the water. He's setting this.
I'm talking about the water for the stage. He wouldn't take any damage because he's really close to the water. He's not caught up in it. But yeah, it's special property water that the flames are not going to be strong enough to actually ignite in the water.
Well, I
Stay
think
lit.
this is a 30-foot high vortex of
It
fire.
hits the water and just extinguishes like instantly. But you
Okay.
still have the flames around.
Okay.
It tells you something because the rock itself is on fire, but the water will not stay lit.
Okay.
Charizard, Ninetales, flamethrower now!
And so a line shouldn't, but I don't know how you want to deal with that.
So, roll to see if they hit.
Okay.
First
well,
one,
the first one's a
Ninetales.
DC
Oh, the DC with Charizard?
with no Ninetales.
I'm going to tell you right now I'm going to
That's-
pass because
That's a save, yeah.
I have so much to add with the
Should I still
saves
roll
with it.
damage to see half damage?
Alright, so go ahead.
Yeah,
I
just-
guess I take half damage because I saved.
That was my roll for my
Alright.
next attack. Just so you know, the next attack is well, I have extra cards now. I'm not used to it. 24. Damage is 5, 10, 12 plus 2, 14, half, 7.
7 damage.
And then that was the Nine Tails line. And then 24 hits, right? For Charizard's one turn.
Yes, it does hit.
Oh, I forgot to roll how many turns this vortex stays up.
Oh, the fire spin?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just gonna roll real quick. 3.
3 turns, so just keep
it's
track of that.
3, 2. 5 plus 1. Wow, I rolled really poorly on that. 6. 12.
Yeah, good job, because it's only going to
14.
slip for 1. Yeah.
14 fire damage from Charizard.
14 fire damage from Charizard.
I rolled very, very bad, but it has a +6 directly to it, and then the +2 for affinity.
Mm-hmm.
So from Charizard from the top and Ninetales from the ground, the flamethrowers combined, one from the air, one from the ground, and impact on to Gengar, and it does appear to hurt it pretty good. I'm not going down without a fight. It's going to use legendary action payback on Charizard. $14 hit?
No.
Okay, so it goes to do the same thing that it's been doing to Ponyta and Dolly, and it isn't able to quite reach to where Charizard is. And Charizard's able to maneuver away in the air to avoid it.
Good try, Gengar, but I told you, you die here.
So that was all his legendary actions for this round. And it is Dolly's turn.
So Dolly's gonna get a little further in the water and a little bit further back, and she is going to do something.
Do a thing.
I'm gonna do the thing. Alright, let's try a Bubble Beam. This should be interesting. That is a 13. Oh no, that's right. That's 13 plus 4.
You hit.
Okay. That is 1d8 plus 1. It's 4 total for Dolly's Bubble Beam.
What's total?
Does Bubble Beam get bonus for being in the water, or is that only like water gun stuff?
Nothing gets a bonus
Just the
for being in
electricity?
Water.
Okay.
Yeah, electricity and water. I kind of just
Fair enough. No,
for
good.
flavor.
Yep.
And then
That makes sense.
Vaporeon, try to use an Aurora Beam. That is a 8, correct?
Yes, 8.
Alright, that is a 8 plus 4 to hit. 12.
So the Aurora Beam is going to miss, but the Bubble Beam attack does hit.
Okay. And War Turtle. Dang it, Placid! I wish you were awake right now!
And you still just see the snap bubble going in and out. Corey's turn.
Mirror move. Does it have to be the last move I saw, or can it be any of the last moves I saw?
It could be any of the last moves this last round that happened. So anything that
All the way
happened
through
prior to
Flame.
Jackson, Orange, or Dolly. Or even any...
Gengar before me, could I do the Shadow Ball?
Gengar didn't use his Shadow Ball this round. He used it... he's at the end of the initiative.
Yeah, but that last turn he didn't do it that turn?
He used the Hypnosis last turn.
Gotcha, okay.
But that's still... this is a new round.
Yep, no, you're good. Yep. Okay, Midge, fly down and knock him about the head with those wings. Wing attack.
Okay, so Midge is going to fly into... Actually, no, you
would be
won't
yeah.
it because you'd fly
If I
flew over the water.
Okay.
Okay, so... You
I didn't want to metagame.
Oh, but then
so that's why I didn't say
so
anything
you're going to be
about
hovering right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
it. Or you can also go from the side too. Just to make
He's,
it
it,
easier.
he's,
Over the
still
water
with-
looks
he's,
cool.
he's still within range anyways.
Alright.
So you're going to have Midge fly right over top of the water so it doesn't get hit by the fire spin wall that's erected right now.
Okay.
And you said a wing attack?
Wing attack.
Okay, so roll to see if you hit with the wing attack.
23.
So yeah, you definitely do hit with that attack.
Okay. 3d6, so that's 9. 11 plus 4, 15 points of damage, and this is a fly move. Or a flying attack.
Yeah. So, did you already have the +2 for the...
No, I did not. 16.
Didn't you say
No, I said 11 plus 4 is 15, 17.
17 points of damage?
Yep.
And it is I'm guessing bludgeoning or something like that. So it would be halved.
Yep.
So half of 17 is
8 or 9?
now
Lower number.
8.
It's okay. 8.
So really, the only thing that's doing true damage to this guy is elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, elemental's stronger against it. It's gonna resist melee moves because it's a ghost. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't make that up. It actually said that it had these resistances actually in the book.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
And I thought it would work well because it is the final boss, so it's a little bit more tougher.
Oh no, he said final boss. We're all gonna die in Mountain.
Okay, so
That's where it comes in.
that was Corey's turn. You didn't have the other two do anything?
So, Tauros can't do a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, Tauros literally can't do anything. And Alakazam, reach into that Gengar's brains and stir things up a bit. So, I'm going to do a Psychic attack. DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
And it's within range?
Oh,
Is it
I'll
a
move
range
it, I'll
attack?
move it.
What did or did I write?
It just says Psychic 1 creature within 100 feet.
Oh yeah, then you're definitely.
wow.
Then you
Yeah.
you can stay there if you want.
Yeah.
he's lazy. He'll stay.
I didn't even write that. That was
Oh, it's
actually,
Alakazam. It's a
It was an
third
attack
evolution.
straight from the book.
Yeah.
He takes
So you're gonna. I have to make a what save?
DC 17 Wisdom.
That's not a great roll. Wisdom save.
Yep.
So 14.
Fail. You want it? Oh, I'm going to roll it anyway.
I'm not gonna use my last one yet.
right.
2, 5, 10, 12, plus 2, 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage.
Had to roll the snake eyes in the first.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna end your turn with that psychic attack.
Yes.
So the psychic attack, it penetrates the flame wall of the fire spin, and it does connect, and it hits Gengar again for a good chunk of damage. He's looking pretty hurt right now. You damn kids. It's his turn now. So it's gonna use Nightmare Attack on your War Turtle. And so at the start of the Pokemon's turn, as long as it's sleeping, it takes 1d8 damage.
Okay.
How many turns is War Turtle asleep?
I have 3 more.
So you'll roll at the start of your turn to see. Oh, I'll roll the d8 at the start of War Turtle's turn.
Okay.
And that's all he's gonna do for now. That's all I can do, honestly. Jackson's turn. Pikachu, same thing. So everybody in the water make a DC save. War Turtle again with disadvantage.
Okay, so Vaporeon.
Midget in the air, just for a minute.
Yep.
She won't get hit. She's in the air.
What type of save? Con, Dex?
You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get hit with
I
that.
figured.
It'd be a dex save though.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
dex save.
Dolly,
Yeah, you're also gonna get
5.
hits.
Yep, and War Turtle, 7. Yeah.
Disadvantage. See
8,
if you get that
9.
1. Okay, so you're all gonna get hit by this. Assuming
Yeah, that's it.
he hits. He definitely hits. So we'll see how much damage he does to all of you guys.
Has Jackson moved closer, or is he still just chilling on the back?
He's still just chilling. He doesn't have superpowers. Corey's kind of chilling over here. It's like, let the superheroes do their thing.
Yep.
4,
7.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 electric damage. Hey everybody! Hope you're enjoying the finale. It's me, Professor Oak again. So we're changing something. From originally it was a D4 for effective damage and a D6 for super effective damage. But that was when they were fighting Pidgeys and Rattatas and Caterpies. That was weak sauce. But now they're going against strong opponents and we're going to bump that up. So a D6 for effective damage and a D8 for super effective damage. Now let's go back to the finale. So a D6 of damage instead of a D4. 13 damage total to all.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You said 13, right?
What are you smirking over there for?
She's taking a lot of damage.
I'm in the water. I chose to be in the water.
I know you're, but dang.
Well,
She has a lot
we're
of
all
HP,
still
remember?
we're
She has
all
a lot
still
of HP over here.
Oh, she
Yeah.
does. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
not so.
She's not. Yeah.
yeah, we're all still beast
He
game.
beefed
over
us
here.
up a little bit
Okay.
because we're joining the fray.
My Corey hides behind boulders.
It makes
Oh,
sense.
and
Coward!
so
Yes.
Gengar also takes 13 damage. No, he takes 10 because
He's
he
got
wasn't
18.
effective.
That would have almost one shot.
Is it top of the round?
That was Jackson's turn, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And use a legendary action to Dream Eater the War Turtle.
I thought you said I was doing that on.
No, I'm Dream Eatering. Nightmare is a separate thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 24 damage to Squirtle, and I get 12 HP back. So yeah, while Squirtle's sleeping away, Gengar has the ability to eat dreams of different creatures, and he's just trying to get a surplus of HP because he's taking a lot of damage, and just so happens that Squirtle's the only one that's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
So now it is Orange's turn.
Okay.
Charizard. Ninetales. Let's hit him with another hail of embers.
I'm just gonna do multi-attack embers.
Okay.
I'll do Charizard first.
So you're doing a multi, so 2 each.
2 each. Yeah.
So yeah, let's roll for Charizard's first.
Charizard's first.
Ooh.
18
Yep.
and 15.
Yep.
Okay. Can I get 3d8? Okay. Make things faster. I have a bunch of d6s, but I don't have a bunch of d8s. Wow, that was a good roll. 14, 16, 24, plus 4 is 28.
Yes, because they're
There's
both
2
separate
attacks.
attacks. So 28 already off the bat. And then you're rolling for Ninetales, right?
Yeah,
Are you joining on this attack too?
I'm going to, yeah.
So a triple flamethrower?
No, these are embers.
Oh, are you...
Burn Orange is going to come in after their hits and do it. Well, Burn Orange is going to run up and I'll make it simultaneous. So like they hit the 2
With the
embers.
fire punch?
And then he goes in with a
Okay,
fire
go
punch.
ahead and roll. Is it a DC check, right, for the Ninetales?
This is just embers. So
Oh,
no,
I'm
these are. That's fine.
Okay, roll, see if you hit with the Ambers.
Yeah, I've been throwing them back and forth, so I get it. It's confusing.
Yeah.
The first attack is a 10.
No, it actually
The
misses.
first one misses. 7 plus 6,
13.
13.
Yeah, it misses as well.
Misses as well. Alright, so the embers just fly by them.
So yeah, the Ninetales does its Ambers, but it miscalculates and it just fizzes out into the water. Barely misses him. But Charizard's aerial Ambers do connect on the Gengar.
And then Orange himself is going to run directly at the Gengar and do a fire punch.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for that.
13.
So yeah,
Are you flanking?
Oh yeah, technically. Because
yeah. So go ahead and roll with advantage then, because you just moved up.
12. So 13.
So yeah, you miss with. So it's gonna be distracted by the pelting of the multi-amber attack by Charizard. So it's gonna take a hefty amount of damage from that. and it is going to hear you come up with the punch, and you're just going to go straight through it. Dolly's turn.
I need to roll for that Dream Eater, don't I? Or don't you?
Oh, Nightmare Attack. Yes,
Yes.
a D8 of damage. 5 damage to War Turtle.
Okay. So, Placid is... No, you're good. So, Placid is still sleeping.
Yes.
I'm going to use Vaporeon. I just kind of want to flavor this as a visual.
Okay.
Vaporeon's going... I'm going to get on Vaporeon. We're going to swim down, come back up with enough force. We're doing a combo attack. And then we're both going to come outside of the water. Away from the fire. And Dolly is going to shoot with a water gun. And I will use Aurora Beam. No, I'm going to use Ice Beam. Vaporeon! Ice Beam! That is a 11 plus 4 to hit. 15?
Yeah, 15 hits.
Sorry. I was on 14.
That's
Sorry.
all right.
Water gun! And that is a 14 plus 4 to hit. 18.
You definitely hit.
And with water gun, it actually has a DC 12 strength save, or you get pushed back 10 feet into the fire.
Nice.
So I'm going to tell you right now, I pass.
I tried.
No,
guys.
that was great.
Vaporeon, we're going to swim down. You're going to get enough water speed for us to shoot out of the water. I want you to try to do your strongest ice beam, and I'm going to hit it with a water gun. Let's go.
Okay, so you guys are going to go deep down, build up speed, shoot out. It's going to hit with an ice beam, and then on the other side it's going to hit with a water gun. And Gengar gets hit by both, so go ahead and roll damage.
Wait, I thought Vaporeon didn't.
They both hit.
Okay,
Because you had it as a plus 4 or 15, it does hit.
gotcha. So, Aurora Beam is 3d6. Can I have another d6?
Yes.
Thanks. That is 6 and 5. That is 11. Wait, yes, 6 and 5. 11 for the Aurora Beam. And Bubble Beam is from me. Bubble Beam is 1d8 plus 2. That is 4 plus 2, another 6.
You guys are beating this thing pretty good. So Gengar, it's still has its one eye closed. It's kind of grabbing its side. It's looking exhausted. The numbers game, it might be strong by itself, but the numbers game is really getting to it, and it can't block all these flamethrowers and ice beams and wings flying at it. It's fighting off all these things at once, and it is struggling more so than I thought it was. It thought it was going to be able to overpower all of you guys. Corey, your turn.
Okay. Tauros, I can't have you running that fire. That's irresponsible of me, and your trainer would really not appreciate it. Tell you what, Tauros, why don't you clear yourself a path? Blast the fiery ground with a hyper beam.
And where are you aiming it at, just so I know?
Okay, so Tauros is here. Just diagonal, just straight, just... Who's this?
That is...
Ninetales?
Ninetales, yeah. I will say, fire types can pass through the wall without getting... We'll say half. It takes half damage going through.
Okay, so just shove Ninetales. Just imagine a bull pushing a horse out of the way and just blasting the ground so it's a straight line.
They're friends. They're
Yep.
Gatling Gang's Pokemon,
That's right,
so
yep.
it friendly shoves at Ninetales knows it needs to move,
Mhm.
and it's gonna charge up a Hyper Beam, right?
Plus... Well, I mean, I'm just hitting the ground.
You probably just need to fight for the
Yep.
flames, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely got it.
So where is it shooting the blast technically at?
Just straight
And
to...
Okay, so it's gonna open up that section of the wall, and of course it's gonna go right through Gengar.
Yep.
But you just cleared a path for everything else now. If they want to come in through.
Okay, so... Bro! Hit him with that psychic again. Get inside his head. Make him feel doubt. Oh, that's a save. I need a DC 17 wisdom save.
10 plus 16. 19.
Yep, so it'll just take half.
Did you just roll snake eyes again on that?
Yes. 10, 14, 16 points of damage.
16
Half.
damage.
8.
8.
What are the chances of rolling snake eyes as your first 2 rolls in both of these?
So, Alakazam is going to do a psychic attack again. It's going to blast Gengar again. It's looking pretty beat up.
Okay, and next, Midge. That ice beam looked really cool coming out of the water. Why don't you duplicate that using Mirror Move? I just need to know what to hit for ice beam.
It's a +4, I believe.
15?
15 does hit with the ice
Okay.
beam.
3d6?
3d8 ice
Jeez.
damage.
You need a D8?
No, I'll just roll 3 times. 5. 8 plus 2, 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Again, Gengar gets rocked by this ice beam, not expecting to come out of the beak of Midge the Pidgeotto. And as you hit it with that attack, you're going to hear a familiar voice kind of from this section of the cave back where you guys initially came through. Good job, Corey.
What? Largo?
Yeah. Take down this freak. He was in our heads. He's still eating something.
Yeah.
Dolly. Don't lay down and take that from him. If death couldn't beat you, this guy has nothing on you. And Demon Boy, I have full faith in you as well. And they're both injured. They're grabbing their sides. Like,
Was that Commander Rory?
yes,
Okay.
Commander Rory and Largo have just entered
Gotcha.
to observe. They're on your side because they realize that they've been manipulated and they've been controlled.
Would they maybe be...
Helping Kuzon.
Yeah, they're gonna actually start making their way. We'll say this is them.
We got plenty.
I'm gonna say that they're injured, so fine. They only get to about right there, but they're halfway to Father Kuzon. They see him down the ground, hurt. This is not looking good for me. In his head, he's just thinking, "I'm so hurt. I don't know how much longer I can take this, and there's more coming." So Corey's turn is over.
Mm-hmm.
It is Gengar's turn now. This burnt orange.
Yes.
He's gonna go ahead and shadow ball you. Gosh darn it. 14?
Yes, that hits. Thank you.
Okay, so the shadow ball hits. I need you to make a DC con save. Of
You got it.
15?
Yeah, I got 10, so...
Okay, so you're gonna lose 2 AC for 3 rounds. It's
Okay.
the side effect of that, and you're gonna take 3d6.
Yeah, I was gonna say
6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 22 damage to Burnt Orange. He just takes out all his frustration. He charges up a Shadow Ball and blasts you. And I'll say it backs you up some because you got hit by it so hard. You're gonna kind of get to the edge of the wall of the flames, and you're gonna like stop yourself. How are you looking right now?
My burn orange health, I'm battered.
Okay. So it's Jackson's turn. Okay, I guess I should stop putting them in harm's way. Pikachu, get out of the water and use another Thunder Shock. It's gonna take some flame damage, actually. Was it a D6?
1d6 shot.
Go ahead and roll it.
6.
It's
Is it 1d6 plus... I don't think there was a plus.
Flat D6 is
It's just
fine.
flat D6.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so Pikachu gets inside the flames. It kind of gets burnt a little bit, and it's going to let out a thunder shock. If it can hit. It will hit. So instead of being a powered up version, it's going to be the 1d6 plus 4 is 5 damage to the Gengar. I can't keep going at like this. I have to get out of here. So it's going to use its legendary vanish action, and it's going to disappear. And it's not going to get attack of opportunity. He's going to vanish out, come over here. You guys are going to see him. You guys are lucky you had so many numbers this time, but next time I'm going to get you while you guys are vulnerable. I will kill you. I will get my revenge from me and my master. And he just phases through the wall, and he's gone. As soon as he leaves to the wall, the flames extinguish on the pillars, and they're not lit anymore. Rory and Largo are, well, Largo is falling behind a little bit. Rory's able to get to Father Kuzon.
Largo's falling behind because
Wait for me!
Eating.
And, okay, let me rephrase that. The flames that were on the pillars, they raise up and they fly back inside the cave.
Do they fly back in a similar white color that we saw? Okay.
Just the same as you saw them travel before. Yep. They go back inside previous into the cave.
I wonder what that was all about.
Jackson and I saw those things leave those girls, those Holy Moon princesses. Those were their souls. Oh no, Jackson! They're gonna know we stole those moonstones.
I'm gonna have Burnt Orange leave, so you take another 10 damage on your.
Because the battle's over.
Because the battle's over. So
okay.
I'm changing something else on Burnt Orange. Instead of making him take the damage prior, I'm gonna make him take the 10 after. I already talked to Zach about this, so he's already aware. So is Burnt Orange like collapse, or what does he do?
I'd say yeah. Orange kind of falls to his knee. Orange kind of falls down to his knee for a second. He's himself his normal HP. He's battered now at this point. So because I was actually at my normal threshold, I'm now down to like halfway roughly.
Okay.
So.
All the affinity auras are gone now.
Okay.
The Gatling Gang's Pokemon are gonna go back to their owners and, you know, kind of nudge them and try to get them to come back to... Not come back. Get them...
Revive.
Not really revive. Try to urge them to get up. The flame wall dissipates, of course. Jackson, of course, goes to Leilani, gets her unchained, and he's holding her. He's going to bring her back this way. They get Kuzon up. I'm sorry that you all had to be put in this predicament. So I'm gonna have you guys all call back your Pokemon.
So yeah.
The Gatling Gang calls back their Pokemon as well. Sorry, you don't get to keep those. That's why I put their names on tops.
Property.
I was gonna free the Pokemon trapped in the cage.
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. The cage it was in, just like the flames went back once Gengar left, the cage disappears and Clefable's free now.
Okay, I was gonna roll that out.
You want to go check on it? It was Gengar's energy keeping it trapped. It wasn't a normal cage. Okay. So when he left, the magic he had on it, it dissipated and it just disappeared.
Okay.
But you can check in the Clefable if you want.
Can I do that now, or you want to?
Go ahead, check on it.
As Kuzan is apologizing for his crimes, Corey's gonna run over and check on the Clefable that was imprisoned in that Gengar cage.
Clefable's in rough shape. It looks like it hasn't eaten in a while. Mm-hmm. It's been trapped in that cage for at least 7 days. Are you going to pick it up?
Not only am I going to pick it up, but I'm also going to give it one of the ramen packs that I got from Jamie.
Okay, so make a strength check.
Corey's going to make a strength check. Oh,
okay,
19.
It's good. And plus it's light, so it wasn't going to be something crazy. Okay. You pick up the Clefable with that roll with one arm, because it's smaller than the normal Clefable, because of not lack of eating. You just start cramming the ramen in its mouth, and it smiles and it's happy that you gave it some food. It's starving.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. It'll be all right. We beat him. You're safe now. Your home is free of that evil.
Dolly's going to walk over to Rory and give him a little elbow shove and say, "Hey, good seeing you again, trash can."
You make it hard for me not to want you to die.
Jesus Christ. And you, now that I withdrew my Pokemon, do you want to mention my clothes return to normal?
Oh yeah, so Dolly, now that the fight's over, the Pokemon recall, Dolly's clothes go back to normal. Maybe a little tattered and torn a little bit, but you're fine. I'm going to do a little time jump, a little time skip to where everybody's... Jacob and London come to. They're able to heal you guys, your Pokemon, and able to rest for a little bit. And then 4 trainers come in to the room. Alicia, Robin, Trippy Trainer, and Alex come in kind of... They look injured. They're walking in, and the Gatling gang are now up. And Father Kuzon's going to address the Gatling gang first. So what brought you to this mountain? Well, we were looking for the treasure of this mountain. We were given intel that there's 2 fossils in this mountain, very rare. Yes, I'm assuming you're talking about the Helix fossil and the Dome fossil. Yeah, that would be them. Okay, well, he reaches in his robes and there's 2 fossils. I guess you risked life and limb. This is the least I can do for you guys. You know what? We don't deserve them. Give it to that group over there. But boss, are you sure? Yeah, boss, we almost died for this. Like, wouldn't that be kind of useless if we came all this way and we didn't get the treasure? They earned it this time. But next time, you guys, we will get the treasure. Let's go. So they kind of group up. Oh, bro, do you mind teleport? It shakes its head and the Gatling gang teleport and they leave. Well, it looks like there's their wishes for you guys to get these fossils. Who should I give them to? I want you guys to all roll a d20, and whoever the 2 highest... The highest gets the pick, the second highest gets the leftover, and the third one doesn't get anything.
Okay.
Is it just the D20, or do we add anything?
Orange is gonna step back. You guys can take them. I'm gonna give these to you guys.
Okay, I'll let the lady choose first.
So I get to choose which one I take?
The Helix fossil or the Dome fossil.
Do I know what they are? Oh, okay.
Maybe just go which one looks cooler.
I don't remember which is which either, so...
I'm gonna take this one. And she grabs the Helix.
Okay, that means you, young man, you get the Dome fossil.
Oh, neat.
You can... I've heard rumors that there's a place in Cinnabar Island, a lab. You can take these 2 and they can get DNA and they can possibly revive these Pokemon.
So, you gave me a dead Pokemon?
Oh yes, but they can get... Have you ever seen Jurassic Park?
Recall.
Corey shifts his vest. He's not wearing a Jurassic Park shirt right now. So Cinnabar, huh? There's a gym there. And one of my friends had business in Cinnabar, right? Didn't,
It was originally that...
Azul was told
Yeah.
not to go to Cinnabar.
I
Okay.
know nothing of it, so...
Okay. Cinnabar has a gym. We'll get there eventually. Thanks, Kuzon, father?
Just call me Kuzon.
Sure thing.
For Leilani, I'm sorry that you were pretty much taken prisoner and had to endure all that. In this Pokeball, there's a Lapras. Take this as a sorry, an apology. So Leilani will take that. I promise that I'll never be a damsel in distress again. I will be able to protect my friends next time. So she has Lapras now on her team. He's gonna kind of go from Leilani to Jackson now. Jackson, you already have your affinity unlocked for a while, and you knew about it. Yet you choose not to use a Pokemon to take advantage of that affinity. I don't want to be like him. I don't want to be like my father. Well, I know who your father is based on the energy that your affinity gives off. I can understand why you don't want to be like him, but you should forge your own path. Take advantage of your own strength. I have a Pokemon for you. He's gonna let the Pokemon out is a Machamp. With this Machamp and your fighting affinity, you two can be a really formidable team. I don't know about it. I guess I don't know. And the Machamp is like, it feels that affinity inside of Jackson, and it's like being affectionate with him, and Jackson's kind of like trying to fight the affection, and it's like thinking, because he doesn't want to be like his father, which is a fighting affinity type Pokemon trainer, gym leader, whatever. Dolly, I can sense that you recently had an awakening to your rock type affinity.
That's right, Kuzon. How did you know?
I can sense these kinds of things, child. Come here. He reaches out his hand. Do you go forward?
She'll very hesitantly put her fist out.
He'll grab your fist, and you just feel like this abundance of energy. You feel your rock type affinity get stronger. There, now it's fully awakened. So now you have a fully awakened rock type. It's not halved anymore.
All right.
Orange.
Yes, Father?
Just call me Kuzon.
No problem, Father.
You are something special, aren't you?
Something like that. I don't know much about it.
I don't either. All I know is there's a Magmar living inside of you.
A Magmar?
The DNA of a Magmar. It's as if you share your vessel with another. Be careful with this power, as it could be your demise.
Okay. I'll try to be careful about using it.
Unfortunately, your fire affinity, it seems to only be fully awakened in your other form. So I can't give you a power-up. So when you, just like how you are now, your affinity will only be half as strong as it would be in your other transformed state.
That's fine. I mean, it's a cool power to have, but you know, I still don't know a whole lot about it.
I'm sure you'll find out in due time.
I hope I do.
Don't worry, Kuzon. If anything goes wrong, I'll just knock it out of him. And she slings her arm over Orange and gives him a little nookie.
There's a Magmar inside of you. Doesn't
I
it
know.
hurt?
Father Kuzon's gonna get very serious now and look at Largo, Rory, and the Holy Moon Knights, and now the other members are pouring. Bricks, Randall, Kev, they're all in there as well. And all the other members. I see that you've all come. I'm very upset that you would all fall for me being that terrible creature. I understand you all owe me a lot of loyalty. But whenever something that questionable is being delivered to you to take on, I would hope in the future you would decline and question my judgments. The Holy Moon Knights, I want you to leave and discover on your own your power and learn. Gain some wisdom out in the world to where you will never be puppets of something so evil ever again. And they bow and say, yes, Father Kuzon. And for the rest of you as well, you have a lot to learn. I can't believe I'm so disappointed in you, my children. Well, it shouldn't be all bad news. I'm very proud of you children. You don't know the implications of what could have happened if you had not stepped in and intervened. You saved not only us in the mountain, but the world.
But Gengar said he'd come back. We just delayed the inevitable, didn't we?
You children are very strong. I have no doubt that when you cross paths again, you will take him out for good.
When you were merged with the Gengar, did you happen to pick up any tips or tricks? Like, is there something he's especially weak against or afraid of that we could use in our fight for him?
No, unfortunately, I don't even remember much. It was like I was in a daze, a dream. I couldn't tell you any helpful information.
Well, guys, it looks like we need to focus on elemental types because that seemed to be the only thing that really did the trick.
Well, be prepared for anything that comes. Cerulean City is next on your path. It's right through that door.
Gengar faces through the wall. I'll get you, my pretties.
Right through that wall is the exit of the mountain. Say your goodbyes and head to Cerulean City. I need to go rest. Good luck, trainers. And he's gonna... Largo and Rory are going to, he's gonna be wrapping his arms around them. And the rest of the members are gonna leave. The only members that are still there are the Holy Moon Knights, because they are gonna be exiting as well. Do you guys want to say anything to the Holy Moon Knights before you leave?
I'm gonna walk up to... Oh, sorry.
No, you please.
It's fine.
So Orange is gonna walk up to Trippy and extend his hand, like to shake his hand.
Well, it isn't my old friend Orange. I was quite impressed. I was watching the fight. You actually do have some talent.
He's gonna retract his hand for a second, kind of scratch a little anime sweat. I mean, I got lucky mostly.
Let me give you a little help. Pull out that poor Sandshrew and let me take a look at it.
All right, Sandshrew.
So your Sandshrew comes out. He's gonna reach into his pocket, pull out this sandpaper looking thing. He's going to kind of file down your Sandshrew's exterior, and it now has the rough skin that other Sandshrew had, where it takes damage for melee. We'll figure this out by next season, but it will take, anytime it takes melee damage, it will do I think a D4
That's what you had with Trippy.
I believe that's the thing. So yeah, now it has a stronger shell, and he's just going to talk to you very vaguely about different tips for Sandshrew and how you can make it stronger and stuff. Go ahead, Corey. What do you want to do?
Corey's going to walk over to Robin and Alicia and say, "Hey, I'm real sorry. Things got real heavy back in that cave. I'm so glad that we were able to free your souls and get them back to you. Hopefully that's a good enough exchange for the 2 moonstones Jackson and I lifted off your persons."
It's fine. We don't need the moonstones anyways. It's fine. You took down that sleazeball, and we are able to be alive now. And it looks like that blonde-haired boy has a girlfriend after all. So Robin, can we share him?
Wait, what?
I don't know. I don't like to share, but oh, he's so cute.
Oh, jeez.
He probably has a fluffy bottom as well.
Corey's gonna lower his backpack straps to go a little further down on his back. And blushing the entire time.
And they kind of just crowd around you, and they're like just all over you,
Fangirling.
fangirling.
Yep.
Oh my god! Did you see the way he had his Pidgeotto do that wing attack? Like, yeah, it was so cute. Okay, so they're just gushing over you.
Corey and Don are very uncomfortable right now.
Corey and Dunn.
What is Dolly gonna do?
Dolly, seeing the girls fangirling over Corey, is just rolling her eyes, just like, ugh, gross. And she walks over to Alex and extends her fist for a fist bump. It's nice seeing you again.
Yes, I'm sorry that I was misjudged by the message of Father Kuzon. Misled. I owe everything I have to Father Kuzon, and I let that cloud, my loyalty cloud, my judgment of what was right and what was wrong.
Well, now you can focus on what you want to do with your life, and you get to live, so win-win, right?
Yes, me and my Sandslash will get stronger, and we'll take you on again someday.
I look forward to that.
Jackson and Leilani she's gonna hug Jackson. Jackson, you did it. You saved me. And she hugs Jackson. Jackson waits a second before he ends up hugging her back, and then Machop, still out of his Pokeball, he hugs Jackson from behind, and Jackson's not really happy about this Jackson sandwich that's happening right now.
Corey looks over and sees Jackson being hugged and tries to catch his eyes and gives him a thumbs up from in between his hug sandwich as well.
He's just blushing, and he looks... Leilani pulls back from the hug, and she looks around and she sees Corey. Oh, Corey, you have white hair now.
Yeah, it's a thing I'm trying. I think I'm going to switch back, though.
Well, it looks really, really good on you. I like it. And then Jackson, just despair on his face, and he thinks in his head, oh my gosh, he does like the white hair.
He immediately goes out and buys white dye.
He immediately watches Corey's mom get killed for hours.
So the Robin and Alicia kind of they kind of get upset at her talking about their new boyfriend and liking his hair. And the Holy Moon Knights are going to say their goodbyes, and they're going to leave the cave first. All of a sudden, before you guys can do anything, Tracy and Sean run in and... Wait! Father Kuzon... They're a little bit out of breath. Father Kuzon, he wanted us to give you each one moonstone as a thank you. And I know we promised 1,000 initially, and we gave you 1,000. Here's the second 1,000 Poke that we promised for completing the task.
Were they under the sway of...
No. They were just... Well, they were... It's another thing of loyalty. They were... All those... Okay, so...
They weren't affected.
They
were
weren't
just
affected
following...
mentally. They were
Gotcha.
following orders. I'm going to tell... Just... It gives a little bit of insight of why they were following blindly. Why they're following blindly. It's because they're all orphans.
Mm.
Father Kuzon, being an orphan himself, it was his mission to kind of find other orphans and take them in and make a family for them, a place. And also, it's kind of a thing where he was trying to keep the mountain safe because he knew there was impending doom, which was the Gengar and the Necrozma trying to get brought back. So that was what he sensed. But yeah, he formed this little group to give these trainers a family and stuff like that. So they all follow blind because they're to them, he is their father.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So in your inventories, each person gets one moonstone and another. So you should have 2,000 Poke for your team fund.
Just add it on.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, we must be going. And they're gonna go back. So you guys are done with Mount Moon. You're done with the Holy Moon Knights. Are you gonna say anything to Jackson and Leilani?
I was gonna say something to Warren.
Okay, so real fast, I'm gonna have them leave because there's reasoning why I want them to leave before you guys.
Do I need to say goodbye to Jackson?
Do you want to say goodbye to Jackson?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that first. Well, I guess we're gonna be going. Me and Leilani are gonna go on to Cerulean.
We're going there too. Why don't you travel with us?
I've been around you too much, Corey. I need a break.
That's fine. I'll see you at or around the Cerulean Gym.
For sure. And he puts out his fist.
Yeah, rivals.
Yes. My rival. It's sad that I have such a pathetic rival, but a rival nonetheless. And he's going to start walking. He's going to nudge Leilani to follow him. They're going to be going, and in Jackson's mind as he exits the mountain. Corey, I bestowed you the right to be my rival. Through you, I will get stronger. And I know that we will be the top trainer someday.
Man, that guy was a little bit of a jerk, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's my jerk.
Well, not only did we get to live, Orange, we got our 2,000 Pokey just like we were promised.
Oh yeah, 2,000 Poke. We can buy all kinds of cool snacks with that.
Snacks.
I was more so thinking for the Pokemon journey, but sure, snacks.
Snacks are better.
Those are a good time for Corey to say
Yeah.
something.
How about we get bikes? Want to get bikes, guys? This would be so much better if we were on bikes.
Who needs a bike when you have a pony Pokemon?
Yeah, and I got a Charizard. It can basically fly anywhere.
Yeah, what do you got, Corey? Pallet boy?
Yeah, pallet boy.
My Gyarados can fly. I just need another
Oh
badge.
no, don't pull that out of
No,
her
it's fine.
again!
Orange is hiding. He's run over to the rock.
Corey's holding the Pokeball and he's in an empty cave. Fine.
I'm gonna say Dolly clasps her hand over Corey. Do not open this until you have a better training.
Let's get to Cerulean City, guys.
Wait, guys, I have to go back and see my dad.
Okay. I guess...
Dolly, I'm sure he'll be fine. We could always reach him from the Cerulean City Pokemon Center.
Yeah, and I'd rather not backtrack through that cave again. Especially with the earthquake, there's no way I can climb those walls.
Yeah.
Unless I use Onyx. But yeah, let's go forward.
Okay, so you guys are good with exiting the cave.
Yes.
As you exit the cave and you guys start walking towards Cerulean City, the moon is setting, the sun is starting to rise. It's been a very long night, but you guys are unaware there is a Pokemon flying behind you, Lanala, the Pokemon you've heard throughout the Moon Bat Pokemon that Necrozma is trying to absorb this whole time. And Lanala, of course, thinks in her head.
The Rainbow Trainer, the champion of Arceus, and a half Pokemon hybrid human. I expect big things from these three trainers.
And Lanala will fly away, having said that about you guys. In an unknown location of Team Rocket hideout, Maximus is sitting in his chair. Leo, I have been told something interesting. Zapdos has been found at the power plant. The first phase of Team Rocket's plan begins. bring Zapdos back.